Well, good evening, everybody. You are looking at the skyline of Dallas, Texas. We are coming to you live here from John Kincaid Stadium. It's time for Longview Lobo football. Chuck, Zach, Keaton, Daniels, Frank Sides, and we have been looking for this one for a while. South Oak Cliff, Longview. This is a great rematch from a year ago, and we are expecting, or at least hoping, for a game that has similar drama to last year and hopefully a little different result.
Yes, sir. New coach. With Coach King, without Coach King being here, atmosphere still feel the same. You got this South Oak Cliff team who, unlike last year, they're 1-1. Last year came into this game 0-2. The team that's coming in with a little bit more confidence about themselves. They think that they can compete with everybody. But here comes the Lobos. We got a tough test tonight, our first road test of the season. Excited to see how this thing get going. I tell you what, being down there on the field earlier with these guys, they feel comfortable, they feel good, they flying around. They got a swagger to them that I like, so I'm interested to see how this thing kicks off.
Well, there are some who may think the game of the week is going on between Salina and Gunter. Mm-hmm. They would be wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the game of the week. The 11th ranked in 6A Longview Lobos come in with a 2-0 record. They're taking on the second ranked team in Class 5A Division II, the South Oak Cliff Golden Bears. They come in with a 1-1 record, second only behind Richmond Randall, who they lost to in the state championship game a year ago. Everybody remembers the drama of last year, a 14-0 Lobo lead early, then became a back-and-forth affair before South Oak Cliff scored about midway through the fourth quarter to take a lead that Longview just couldn't overcome for a 45-44 game. Huge game for Boosie. He had a touchdown return on a kickoff, had a 72-yard run, but we just kind of ran out of steam a little bit towards the end of this thing. And we don't have a Boosie this year. This is going to be, you would expect, a little bit more deliberate Longview offense than the one that had the ability for number 20 to run up and down the field.
Absolutely. When I talked about new coach, main person I was talking about was Coach Sanders. So you got a new play caller that's in town. This is only his second game. He's still figuring out, the logistics or the nuances or, how he wants to cut up this team. He's still trying to figure out how what works. So got to give him time. But Coach King seems to feel like he's a smart man, and as well as I do too. It seems like every time I'm in the room with him, I feel smarter. So I have no doubt that he's going to figure this thing out. His offense is going to get rolling, and when they get rolling, they should be lights out to watch and fun to watch as well.
Well, that explains why every time I'm in the room with you, I feel dumber. You keep getting smarter every time.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, Keaton's sneaking in there and taking up all the football knowledge for himself. And this isn't just a road game or a road challenge. This might very well be the best football team we've seen the Lobos play in our 5 years doing this, fellas. If not, they're a close second.
Hey, Frank, shout out where we at, too.
Well, you know where we're at. This is the home of the Get Back, right?
Yes, sir. Home of the Get Back. This is what we call Lobo West, Kincaid Stadium.
Last time we were here, we got our lick back, as Keaton said live on the broadcast.
I can't tell you how many texts I've seen that this week.
The challenge tonight is much different than that Lancaster team last year, though.
For sure.
There's no question about that. We've had bad memories here, which is why you were talking about the get-back of the Alito State semifinal game a few seasons ago. We all, even talking pregame, you and I were sitting here talking about if only this, if only that, and there's maybe another state championship banner hanging at Longview High School.
But you know what? Any given Friday, any given day, it doesn't matter if we need to line up in the parking lot. Coach King, Coach Wilson, they're going to have these boys ready to roll. And I'm super excited just to have the opportunity to what we call home away from home to be here at Kincaid Stadium again.
This is kind of a weird day in Longview Lobo history. Of course, we got the Longview Lobo history site that provides a lot of stuff. And one of the things this week was the very strange 2008 game with Evangel that ultimately Longview had to forfeit because they had an ineligible player. And so for all of us out there, Coach King should have one more win.
Absolutely.
They won that game on the field, but ended up having to go back and forfeit because an ineligible player played the last play of the game.
Oh, my goodness.
And as a result, make a decision that it's the right thing to do. You can't have an ineligible player, and so Coach King was automatic about we got to walk that back, and it's one reason why there's one less actual official win on his resume.
Gotcha. Never knew that until this, but they say you learn something new every day, but there we go.
Absolutely.
There it is.
And for those of you watching this for the first time, this is a Longview-centric broadcast, but tonight we are going to be a little bit more neutral with some of the camera operating, simply because we know from experience this game last year, the whole state of Texas is watching us, guys, and we want to give you the best look you can get at all the kids on the field tonight.
We always do that.
Doesn't mean
Frank.
we're rooting for the Bears. I can promise you that.
We always give them the best view, Frank. Come on now. All right, Lobos come in, as we said, with a 2-0 record. They started this year with a win over Lufkin last week. I don't know, just felt a little out of sorts. There was a lot of emotion last week. It was the first game without Coach King. It was homecoming. It was the pregame hat making the appearance. It's the old rival, Marshall, a team you've dominated for the last couple of decades. And it felt like the Lobos never really quite got traction offensively. They gave up a big play on the first Marshall offensive play and then basically shut the door on the Mavericks the rest of the way. I think we're waiting for the offense to break out, and it's going to be a slower process than the defense. As you said, Coach Sanders learning the personnel, learning what works, trying to figure out as we've got new offensive linemen, a basically new quarterback. He only played a handful of games last year, and a new backfield and complement of receivers. So there's a lot of new for him to play with. John Barry, on the other hand, well, he's got a lot of new players on defense. They are ahead of where the offense is, and you can't really expect anything less because Coach Barry's been doing this for a minute.
Absolutely. Smart man. He's been bringing to the table that smartness, that uniqueness, that physicality, that speed to this group year in and year out, and we just blessed to continue to keep having them on part of this staff. These guys been flying around, flying to the ball. They might give up some plays early, bend but don't break. As long as they continue that, we would definitely continue to be successful. That would keep us in majority of all these ball games that we're playing in.
The records right now in 10-6A, both Longview, Forney, North Forney, Royce City are all coming into this weekend with 2-0 records. Rockwall played last night, lost to Louisville 28-21. So Rockwall falls to 1-2. Rockwall Heath and Tyler Legacy are both 1-1. So we're all still kind of jockeying for pre-district position, if you will. This week, Forney's got Waxahachie. North Forney's got Mesquite. Rockwall Heath is taking on San Juan Hills, California. Oh, that one got scheduled. Royce City's got Denton Braswell. And, of course,
where is that game?
Tyler Legacy's got Marshall, actually at Marshall. Where is, I don't have any idea where.
The California game. Is it in California or is it in Texas? I'm curious if we scheduled a Disney vacation around that or
I
the
think
other way
they're
around.
New Mexico.
Oh, that makes some more sense, but you're probably right.
Exactly right. For the Golden Bears, they come into this with a 1-1 record, like we said, and they've got new stuff too. Certainly not new coach, though. Jason Todd has now started his 11th season as the head coach at South Oak Cliff. He's got 110 wins and 30 losses over those 10 seasons. Back-to-back state championships in 21 and 22. Back-to-back appearances in the state championship game. He's got 2 state titles, the first in the city of Dallas history for about 58 years when they won that one in 2021. He has done an amazing job everywhere he's gone. If it's been at Dallas Lincoln, where his team went to a state championship, if it was at Skyline, where he was the DC and that team was outstanding and basically a powerhouse, and now here at South Oak Cliff, where they've just been amazing. Last time they lost a district game, September 2019. They have run off 41 straight since that loss to Red Oak back in 2019. But they do have a new quarterback, and that's the guy to keep an eye on today. Jaden Williams, who had never thrown a varsity pass coming into this season, opened up the year with the number 23 team in the country in Galena Park North Shore and beat them through a couple of touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, I believe, in that win. And that got everybody going, whoa. In fact, so impressive. Coach Todd said maybe the biggest non-district win in the history of South Oak Cliff, and that's big talk.
Absolutely. But, man, when you kind of go back and watch the tape a little bit, the eye in the sky don't lie. I wasn't as impressed watching that North Shore team as we normally are. They're normally from top to bottom, front to back, normally the cream of the crop. You can't. Every single player on that team is kind of has a Division I scholarship wherever they want to go. But I didn't see a lot of that this year. They kind of laid down a little bit, especially in that first half to this SOC team. And the SOC team, if you lay down, give them a little bit of confidence, they're just like a wolf that I know of. If they smell blood, they're gonna get blood. Coach King, I know you definitely watching us, so shout out to you.
Yeah,
we'll build different here, so I expect us to come out and fight tonight.
Here they come, the March of the Lobos.
Yep, indeed, as they make their way out of that locker room that again we occupied a couple of years ago with a 3-hour rain delay. They basically set up camp in that place, but now they come out on a 88-degree evening. It's really nice here in Dallas. A little wispy clouds going on, but nothing calling for rain, no lightning, none of that. Last week they had a nightmare here in the Metroplex. Ended up with about 14 games that ended up getting called early, and a lot of dispute about is it a win or just a no game or whatever between coaches all over the Metroplex last week. We won't have any of that here tonight.
Looking forward to it. No weather, no problems. Let's just play some football and let's take 40 minutes to decide.
And here come your Lobos.
We'll just let the band play them in.
First time we get to see the white uniforms this year.
Love it. They look good there.
I'm going good omen. Last night, the Packers went all white, got the win over the Commanders.
Yes.
I'm feeling maybe the same thing for the Lobos. We may be white wolves tonight. How about that?
Absolutely.
Winter wolf. We do that kind of look.
Yes, indeed. You should expect this SOC team to come out walking like they own the place when they get ready to run out.
I wonder exactly what's happening.
I wonder if we can talk Coach King into white helmets. Do the winter wolf.
Let's do it. Coach King is fresh.
White out.
If you see what the Packers look like when they went to that icy whites, I think the white helmets will look smooth, Coach.
See, there you go. Keep working on him.
There's one thing that we know he loves, it's change, right?
Yeah, the one in his pocket, that changed.
Come on, Coach. I know you got it in you, Coach.
Last week for the Bears, a loss to Duncanville. They fell behind 35-14. They rallied late in that game to make it close. Ended up with a 35-28 ball game. They got blown out by Duncanville a year ago, which is, I think, the thing that makes everybody in 5A a little bit more scared. Wait a minute. They played with Duncanville. Again, they were down 3 scores and kind of rallied back, but they played better with Duncanville this year than the year before. They beat a North Shore team. The 5A teams, I'm sure, are looking here at the Metroplex saying, pay attention to SOC.
Absolutely. Make no buts about it. This SOC team is very impressive. A bunch of athletic group, a bunch of kids, very well coached. They're not going to fight. I mean, they're not going to lay down for you at all. They're going to fight you the whole way through.
This is a team with a lot of veterans. We said a new guy at quarterback, but they've got a veteran group of running backs, a veteran group of receivers, and a very veteran offensive line. And in fact, their bookend tackles on the left side, 6'5", 296-pound junior Brian Swanson is the number 9 rated offensive tackle in next year's graduating class, 2027's graduating class. The right tackle, Cortavius Tisby, is 6'7", 305. He's already committed to Arizona State. They got men on the edges.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Captains coming out. They'll do the deal. The one captain for SOC is a quarterback. That's Jaden Williams. For the Lobos, we're working on our 20s today. So the seniors, number 23, that's Mason Washington. 24, Parker Meacham, 25 is Trevion Nightingale. And I believe 29 was the other I saw. That was Javier Glave. So we've got the 4 captains in the 20s coming out for the Lobos today. And I would assume you win, you defer. That seems to be the standard operating procedure for everybody these days.
Yes, sir. See the crowds coming in. If you're watching and you tune in to us on Longview Game Day, please share. Let everybody know the game is about to get kicked off. And also leave a comment and put on there, fight like a king. We're built different.
And buy that shirt.
All right,
We'll put up the QR code at some point tonight, but we'll leave it to Chuck. Here, it's your turn.
Looks like the Bears have won the toss. They've deferred to the second half. Lobos will go on offense to begin things as we're going to get ready for a kickoff and all. First, we're going to probably have the national anthem, and here we go. We'll do that, and then we'll get ready for kickoff and starting lineups here on Longview Game Day.
Please remain standing as we honor America and those who serve with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we welcome you back. You are seeing Coach Oscar Wilson in your screen. I'll tell you what, if you get a chance and you can subscribe to Dave Campbell's Texas Football Monthly Magazine, you ought to look at it. It was an amazing article Carter Yates wrote about this relationship between Coach Wilson and the coaching staff, his godson, his grandson, his son-in-law, or former son-in-law, who are associated with South Oak Cliff, especially Coach Todd,
Absolutely.
who was married to his daughter, but a really good story. You want a little deep dive on more about Coach Wilson, that's the read you really need to make this week. It's a phenomenal write by Carter Yates, and it's worth your time if you haven't seen it.
Absolutely. Coach Wilson is a great man. He still calls Coach Todd his son-in-law, has the ultimate respect for him. I saw them actually chatting it up earlier, giving each other, that good luck hug, and then once he saw his grandson, of course, just loved on him. So gotta love to be able to see moments like those. You don't get to see those week in and week out. And man, what a great man for it to go to. Coach Wilson.
All right, well, we are about ready to roll. Cesar Olvera with the orange shoes. He's easy to find. He'll be kicking the ball off for the Golden Bears. We'll just say Bears most of this broadcast, to be honest with you. On the other side, we've got Jaden Herndon back deep along with Caden Carter. They're back at about the 10-yard line. And we are finally ready to go. Week 3. As we get the signal to kick this bad boy off. The 11th-ranked Lobos, the 2nd-ranked Bears. And hopefully this is going to be all that we've expected as the billing has been building up all this week. Coaching staff for the Lobos: Oscar Wilson, the assistant head coach or interim head coach. Now he's also the running back coach. Tim Sanders, the OC. Jalen Claiborne, the receiver coach. Chad Hancock, Henry Hill, the offensive line coach. As David Ashley is the tight end coach. On the other side, John Berry, the DC. Josh Rankin with safeties in the special team. Scott Hart with linebackers, Brandon Bonds, defensive line, Pat House, defensive backs. And maybe we can get Coach Rankin's crew to get us on the board to start things.
For sure.
Be nice, wouldn't it? I think they're going to hold this kickoff until 7:35. It looks like they moved that officially back to 7:35. Official on the field might have thought it was still 7:30, so it looks like we might literally be just waiting for
the next 3 minutes.
Long 3 minutes.
Yeah, I promise you, folks, they're not waiting on us. There's a much bigger crew around the corner that's probably waiting on.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's probably that they're waiting on.
Yeah, it's not us little guys. It's the big important people, right?
And remember, one more time before I forget to tell you guys, click share. How about tell us where you're watching from in the comments? Shout out John King. I doubt he's going to be dabbling too much in the comments, but I hope you're watching, Coach. We miss you, and the Lobos are about to put on a show for you, I hope.
And get well.
That's
get well
right.
quick. We miss you down here already.
Can't wait to get you back up on these sidelines and in our presence.
All right,
The elevator's broken tonight, Coach, so saved you a flight, 9 flights upstairs worth of walking.
While we got time, then let's get you the starters while they hold the kickoff. For the Lobos tonight offensively, Jaden Jackson, the 245-pound junior, is going to be at left tackle. Star Shaw, 85-pound senior, is the left guard. The center's Beckett Cox, 215-pound senior. Next to him in the right guard spot, Demarion Pickren. He's a 255-pound senior. Brady Yoder is the right tackle. He goes 245, also a senior. Jaden Washington, 210-pound junior, is going to be the starting tight end. Jordan Hobbs, the 175-pound senior, is one starting receiver. And, of course, Jaden Herndon, the 185-pound sophomore, is the other. In the backfield, Keelan Cummings, is the fullback, 5'11", 200-pound senior. And I can't believe he's 200 pounds. I'm going to guess he's put on a little more than 200. Mason Washington, 185-pound senior, is the tailback. And, of course, it's Johnny Trey Hamilton, the 6'3", 205-pound junior, who is the starting quarterback.
This crowd's getting a little bit antsy.
Yeah, they're ready to go.
Even some of the players over there.
We're going to have to stretch again.
I see the referee having to talk to some of the guys.
Yeah, well, they kind of dropped the ball on this, not holding the players out for a few more minutes until they drug them out here. And, of course, we got notified yesterday or day before they were moving the kickoff to 7:35, but I don't know if the coaching staff's got that word, and they've sent everybody out at about 7:29 after the national anthem to return to kickoff. Defensively here, South Oak Cliff, Tremel Minter and Leighton Henderson are their senior defensive ends. Corday Houston is a 285-pounder, is one defensive tackle. Jadarian Jones, number 99, is the other. The linebackers on the outside, Jamari Stewart and Isaiah Udom. And the middle linebacker, he's a sophomore, 190-pound sophomore, Cody Smith, wearing number 42. He's actually not supposed to be playing. They have a D1 prospect, linebacker, who's out indefinitely, Jamarion Phillips, who'd been a Baylor recruit. He's out with an injury. They plug Smith in. All Smith does against Duncanville last week is get 10 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and a quarterback sack.
And Chuck, he's a stud.
Yeah.
He light up on the screen.
190-pound sophomore. The corners are Montez Hayes and Marcel Gibson. The safeties, Jairian Hampton and Chris Jones. So you got the starters when the Lobos get the ball, and we're finally ready to roll.
This game did not need any more build-up, folks, but the officials helped us tack on a little bit more.
Yes, indeed. Here we go.
And Olvera's kick is on the way, and we're going here. This one over the head of everybody into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. Well,
we got a flag down on the first play.
Yeah, much ado about nothing, although the Bears went offside, it looks like, on the opening kick, so Longview's going to get 5 more yards.
Back on a little bit more as well. I'm sure they're not going to complain about starting from the 30.
We will take it for sure. And again, share, share, share. We want as many people watching this one as we can get. There's already going to be a massive audience, but why not? Let's get the rest of the country watching. You know they'll tune in when a Lobo lays somebody clean out on a kickoff. We've seen that. Let's just do it live.
And let's make no mistakes about it. There's a lot of haters that's watching us that don't like us. Well, they don't like us, but they watching us, so how you like that?
Well, we like them, even if they don't like us. They're all about love today. All right, we'll get up to the line of scrimmage. First down at the 30. We'll start in the eye, not in the pistol like we saw a week ago. And on first down, how about a handoff? No play action. We'll roll out. Looking deep for Herndon. Instead, they go underneath. That's caught at the 40-yard line and out across midfield. We'll get a helmet off at the 46-yard line, but the first play actually is Herndon for a pickup of 24.
Excellent job there. Play action pass, getting that defense flowing into us. Found Herndon wide open, about 20 yards down the field. Big play, first big play of the game goes to the Lobos with the ball on the 46-yard line.
The South Oak Cliff band is close, folks. It's just something we're going to have to deal with all night.
Hamilton, who comes into the game with 24 completions out of 40 attempts, 249 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Picks up 24 on first down. To the ground they'll go on first down as Mason Washington's across the 45 to about the 43-yard line for a gain of 3.
These big old hog mollies up front, they're going to close a hole up real quick. Mason thought he had a lane. Was able to get stuffed real fast, but got a good gain there. It's a gain of about 3-4 yards.
Well, and the impetus is on this offensive line. They did not have a great week last week against Marshall, and I think they've probably heard about it all week long and are out to prove that wasn't them. Jace Peterson split out wide left. Second down and 7. Hamilton back to pass. Looking Herndon again. Caught near the sticks, maybe a yard shy at about the 37-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and 1.
3rd and 1 there. Excellent job finding Herndon there on the hitch. Hamilton right now is starting off 2 for 2 as we're hurrying back up to the line of scrimmage.
In a rush to get up there, so no defensive switching going on for the Bears. On third down and 1, handoff to Mason. He's got a first down and more as he falls forward to the 30-yard line. A gain of 7, and they'll move the chain.
Excellent job on third down with the zone read there. Excellent read, giving it to Mason. Mason busts up the hole, gets the ball to the 30-yard line. Longview right now is marching down the field. Hopefully can get us some points, preferably the 6.
And they look like they want to run a little bit right here to start. We talked about the right side didn't have a great game last week. They're going up the middle and to the right so far. First down at the 30 now. To the ground again. Mason again up the middle. Oh, and he stumbles as he tried to go wide. He stumbled and kind of fell into the hands of, it looks like, Chris Jones on the tackle.
Excellent play call there. Like you said, we're going to the right. Mason showing his excellent vision, able to bounce it, but lost his step, fell down a little bit as he was going to continue to keep running for a big one as we changed in our personnel a little bit.
We're going to let Coach King take a look at the signal on the sideline. You know what's coming next, Coach.
Second down and 5 now after a 5-yard gain for Washington.
An impressive beginning to this drive. Exactly what the Lobos needed.
Mason 3 carries, 15 yards on this first drive. Huffman in the game now. He's coming to the right side. Anthony, actually not. Whoa, we're going to hand the ball off on a little jet sweep, avoiding the tackle and somehow getting away from another tackle. And are you kidding me?
How about a play by your sophomore?
Davis, who was actually the receiver on the right. They ran a little reverse. He avoids a tackle in the backfield and scoots for the first score of this game from 25 yards away, and it's 6-0 Lobos.
Oh,
I'm sorry, but how about a play by your sophomore backup quarterback? Coming off the edge, showing you he is more than an athlete. I mean, more than a quarterback. He is an athlete. Keeping his feet, hitting the bouncing off the tackles.
Unbelievable.
My goodness, what a play.
6-0 Lobos. Felipe Ayala on for the point after try. Hamilton to hold. Kick is on the way. Lobos take a 7-0 lead. It comes with 9:03 to play in the first quarter. We'll take a timeout. We're coming right back here to Game Day.
We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let them reach the sky. We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the sky. Hickory down, giving them all that we got. Kick on the door, try to knock, but nobody answered. I'm going hard and taking my chances. I keep it moving, I keep advancing. We about to change the game. We out here taking
I'm attorney Marty Young. When you or your loved ones are involved in a catastrophic accident, hire the law firm with a proven track record.
In the last 25 years, no law firm has achieved our results in and out of the courtroom. You need and want to hire the lawyers who get proven results that insurance companies and corporations know about, that insurance and corporations are afraid of. Don't make the mistake of hiring a law firm who is not feared by the insurance industry. We truly hope you never need us, but if you do, we're here to help.
Well, how about that for an opening drive? 6 plays, 70 yards. The result, a 25-yard touchdown run from sophomore Jaden Davis. And just like that, Lobos, like last year, jump out in front of the Bears to open up the game.
Man, excellent start there to march up and down the field. Big play after big play. Offense looked smooth. Looking like we was talking about in the pregame, like they're capable of love.
Yeah, it looks like they put some work in is what it looks like.
Man, I'll tell you what. I had a chance to talk to Coach King, and he was telling me how hard these coaches practice these guys on Monday. And so he was expecting this, and sure enough, everybody else is seeing exactly what he knew was coming too.
That's a great start. 4 carries, 40 yards on the ground. You're averaging 10. 2 for 2 throwing the football for 30. You're averaging 15. Can we end the game now with those numbers?
Man, let's continue to keep doing that. Gotta love it. But you know this SOC team, they're going to make adjustments.
This
game is a long, long way from being over.
7's not going to be enough tonight,
No,
folks.
definitely not. Definitely not.
And let's tip the cap to Coach Sanders. Found a way to use Jaden Davis in a way that was a little unconventional possibly. Got him a score to start the game. All right, kickoff time for the Lobos now. And back deep will be Mikael Trotter and Levon Morton for the Bears. This is going to go to Morton, who actually goes back foot into the end zone. He'll take this thing out, makes a great cut, still going to the 25, trying to fight his way to the 30. Had him at the 15, but he's that good and gets it out to the 30, first down.
Yeah, and that's something that this SOC team, that they're capable of. They're capable of busting one on you very quickly if you don't get your hands on them and wrap them up pretty good. And that's what he did, just slipping like a slithering snake, being able to bounce around and bounce to the 30-yard line, unfortunately.
I believe that was KD Carter that came back and got him from behind there.
And he's the safety guy on the kickoff, so when he's tackling somebody on kickoff, you know he's having to come up and play.
All right, number 6 is your quarterback. That's Jaden Williams. We'll set the rest here in a minute. Next to him, Levon Morton, who just took that kickback, and we got a whistle before we get going as there's a flag far side with a false start. Offensive line, Brian Swanson, the left tackle, Zion Ragster, the left guard, Reggie Epps, a 215-pounder at center, Robert Henderson, a sophomore at right guard, Ortavius Tizabi is the right tackle. Jaden Williams is the quarterback, Levon Morton, and Mikael Trotter are the tailbacks. Torrin Teague, Devontae Hill, Jalen Moore are the receivers for the Bears. I'll go back to the ground to Morton on 1st and 15, and he may get one, and that's all she wrote. It'll bring up 2nd down and 14.
Was met there by Lawson Tubb, about 27. He met him, and he wasn't letting him go anywhere. I'll tell you what, I got to the game about 5:30 today. I saw 2 people on the field. That was Jersey, Jessier Hampton-Williams, and Lawson Tubb. So I tell you what, those guys was locked in early, and I'm expecting big games from those guys tonight.
There's going to be a little question about the health of Mikael Trotter. Got banged up against Duncanville. He was out there warming up today, but we'll see if he gets a lot of work or not. This one's a keeper by the quarterback as he dives forward to about the 30-yard line. Lawson Tubb, who of course had his own huge game last week, player of the week defensively, ends up with the tackle up at around the 30-yard line.
2 plays tonight for the offense, 2 plays there by Lawson Tubbs coming up with big tackles. Brings up 3rd and 10. Coach subs in a quicker package or first package.
I've seen 3 snaps. All 3 have been a little sloppy out of the shotgun, high and slow. So let's see if that becomes a factor at some point tonight.
And 3rd down and 10. 3-receiver bunch to the far side. Williams looking that way. He'll throw a fastball, try to get it into space, but no way as that one's broken up. Josiah Hill is the guy over there to knock it away, or was it TJ Jackson? Couldn't tell if it was 7 or 17. Maybe 17. Hill's deep in the secondary. So it's Jackson with the breakup, and it brings up 4th down.
Round 1 goes to the Lobos on offense and defense. It's the way you want to start. Being able to score on your first drive, going 3 and out.
So hold on now. The Lobos come into this place and score on the first drive, 3 and out for the South Oak Cliff Bears. And who's back to return for the Lobos?
All right, so Carter is back at around the 40-yard line. Punter is Nate Coleman. for the Bears. He's also one of their receivers, so keep an eye on him. Snap a little off the mark. He's going to rugby style this, and it's going to be returnable for Carter back to the 34. Avoids the first guy, and the second, and the third, and he's going to get taken down across the 50 into Bear territory at the 48-yard line.
Excellent move there by KD, catching and making that little subtleness, making the defender miss. As soon as he made him miss, he got a good 15-plus yards. After that, give us the ball on our side of the 50-yard line, or the Sox side of the 50.
What a start. This is exactly what you dialed up if you're a Lobo fan or a Lobo coach.
Ain't got another TV time out here, but you talk about that box snap earlier. That's something that I saw this Sox team doing in warm-up, so obviously they know that their center has not been the most consistent, and the coaches was throwing the ball everywhere, making the QBs going out and getting it.
Let me give you the defensive starters for the Lobos before we get back around to them. Tyson Johnson and Darryl Dolly are the ends. Kristen Williams is the nose tackle, the 320-pound senior. Linebackers are Bradley Williams and Jaden Woolbridge on the outside. Jersey Hampton Williams and Lawson Tubb on the inside. DK Carter and Josiah Hill have been the starting corners. TJ Jackson, Hobart Nelson are the safeties. So this is the way this game's going to go today. While you're watching this, wondering what's the delay all the time. We've got a network here that's kind of dictating the pace, and so their breaks are going to be a natural 60-second break or more, and they're holding the game until they come back from their break. So that's kind of going to be the delay you're going to see a lot tonight. We're just going to have to deal with it.
But you know what? That keeps the players fresh.
Sure.
You got time to catch a breath.
And Coach Sanders at first drive did exactly what you want to do as an OC in a game like this. You got your playmakers involved early, went to Herndon. Washington had a couple really good runs, and then Jacaden Davis introduced himself to Lobo Nation in the coolest way possible. His first official touch on varsity, I believe.
And you know what?
Was a highlight reel.
Yeah, I think that was his second, third varsity play, too. And so how about that, about the sophomore? A kid that doesn't lack confidence, a kid that can do some special things with the ball, and I'm glad to see us give it to him.
I couldn't tell if it was a read option, if Trey probably should have kept that, but it turned out it worked out just fine because you got it in the hand of your playmakers and let him make a play.
I don't care what it was. It was 7 points.
Kind of like last year. remember the snap to Boosie on
Absolutely,
accident?
That was never the accident
for
sure.
One of those, it worked.
Yes, indeed.
Or the Lufkin game winner where we drop the ball and take it. It doesn't matter how you get there, just get there.
Absolutely.
All right, well, it's back to the 48. We're out of the TV timeout and ready to roll here. And again, Frank's made the point. We'll keep repeating it. Share, tell folks you're watching it. Let your friends, your relatives, your family all know. We're going to pop up the numbers big time today. Yes, last week we asked about trying to get 100 shares by the end of a Lobo drive. We'll see if we can get 200 by halftime.
Yeah, something tells me we're already there.
First down. How about a handoff up the middle? This is
big boy.
Big fullback, McCaden Frazier, the 215-pound junior, who falls forward. Now mark him down at the 45 for a gain of 3. And falling forward is pretty much what's going to happen anytime 35 touches the ball.
Love it there. Good play to start your drive, just to initiate some physicality. Yeah. Running it right up the middle on you and seeing what you made of.
That's kind of the game plan tonight, right, Keaton? Against an offense like this, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Let's shorten this game and get to the fourth quarter within a possession at least.
No, you're exactly right.
Lobos gave him something to think about on the first drive with a couple of throws. Second down and 7. About man in motion again. This time they fake it, and it's going to be nothing doing as Hamilton made the decision to keep it that time, and nobody got fooled on the defensive side. Leighton Henderson's the first guy there, and that's going to be a loss back to the 47. It brings up 3rd down and 9.
First negative play of the night there is a quarterback keep option read there, or fake handoff. Goes back for a loss, brings up your 3rd and 9 here. What can you, for Coach Sanders, what are you going to draw up to be able to get some to get this first down and keep this drive alive?
Like Jamari Stewart maybe in on that tackle as well. So 3rd and 9 now. This is the first time they're really in a 3rd and long scenario. They'll do 3 receivers out right. Out left, 1 to the right. Hamilton back. He's got a little time. They're setting up a short pass. That's caught. Jace Peterson, can he get to the first down marker? No. He'll be stopped at the 40. And they're going to be leaving it a little shy for a first down. But now this isn't a conversation about is it 4th and manageable to go for.
I believe so. I believe you're in no man's land here. It looks like 4th and 2. Looks like we may be kind of trying to get back. And, oh, man, looks like we got a bad spot.
Yeah, I put it back at the 41 instead of the 40.
But here we are going fast
quick.
So in a hurry, back to the line. They'll again set up 3 left, 1 to the right. Boy, 10 men in the box, 9 men in the box for the Bears, and Trey going back over and looking at his coach. Play clock winding down. We'll see if they're actually going to snap this or if they're just going to try to back it up. Nope, they're going to snap it, and they'll hand it off. Mason's not going to get the first down. Nope, did not get enough of a push this time on the left side of the offensive line. Now they're going to turn the ball over on downs, and actually it was not Mason, it was Caden Graves who got the handoff. No gain on the play, and it's going to be turnover on downs, and the Bears will take it at the 40.
Gotta hate running the ball there on the 4th and 4. We running it right up the middle with our smaller back. Not something that was that we had a chance to break there. It was stuff immediately there. Get a ball to the sock team in a good. We're going to call this a good field position.
Sure.
All right, well, we do know now Mikhail Trotter is playing. He's in the game at tailback for South Oak Cliff, back at the 35-yard line. And in motion, Devontae Hill resets. High snap, handoff Trotter. And he's grabbed and taken down after a gain of maybe 1.
Guess who?
Excellent tackle there by you-know-who there, being able to secure these guys. And one thing you're going to watch, these backs, they like to try to bounce it outside, so you want to keep these guys contained and make sure tackles, because if they get loose, they can get loose.
Now, Lawson Tubb fought off a block to get to that tackle.
And right now the Lobos are winning the battle up front early.
2nd down and 9. 1-yard gain for Mikhail Trotter. He's to the right of his quarterback, who sets right up. Little fake, now throw. Wide open over here. Nobody in the neighborhood, and that's going to be a first down as Jalen Moore gets his first catch of the night, and he sets the field back on the side of the Bears, goes out of bounds to the 38-yard line.
Yes, we didn't bite on the initial pass there. Nobody ran out there as everybody was trying to get deep, so he gives the ball back to this special player that's an athlete there for this Bears team as they try to line up and go fast too.
Moore, 8 catches, 62 yards, and 3 touchdowns on the year already. First down, high snap again. Quick toss, this time caught at the 35-yard line. It's Delvin Cook, 170-pound senior, with the gain of about 9, almost 10.
The helmet comes off, so we got to bring in a new replacement real quick.
Did they give him the first?
Yep, yeah, they did. They decided to move him to the 10 yards, so first down at the 28-yard line. Back to the ground. This time it's their second back. Yeah, that's Trotter still in there, and he's down almost to the 10-yard line before he's going to be tackled. And it's going to bring up first down and 10.
Saw Lane there, and he exploded through it and made off a big gain there to bring them inside. Well, ball right there at the 10-yard line, first and goal.
Actually, it was Levon Morton in there. Morton with the carry. So first down at around the 10-yard line. They can actually have to get all the way to the end zone. This time, not much, maybe a yard if you're generous, and it'll be second down and goal.
Excellent job there on the runs, collapsing your gaps, making sure the running back doesn't explode and try to break free. Brings up about a minimal gain there of them, call you an inch. Second down here, they're going to try to spread you out and try to find something up the seam here, or try to find a lane.
They had a big man in 96er, blocking tight end brought in on the left side. They're heavy left this time. Second down and goal, high snap again. Hand it to Morton and pushes his way forward to about the 5. Boy, it took a good 4 or 5 Lobos to get him to the ground. And he's a load. Hobart Nelson's the one that was hanging on for the longest, but a gain of 5, and it brings up third down and goal.
It did. It almost looked like we almost had him stopped to a short gain, but that was a sure will effort there, and he made the most of it, bringing it until about 5 yards before they scored this one. This feels like they tried to score.
Feels like a pretty big play here, fellas.
Big time play here.
Yeah, you figure they've got 2 of them. I don't know. I think we're going to see 2 chances to do this. Morton's still in there at tailback. Whoa, another one of those high snaps. Williams does a great job going to get it. Now he's just, I got a hold. This one's coming back.
Oh,
he's going to get buried at the goal line, but it won't matter because this ball's coming back.
And if I was coach, I would definitely march them back march them to the 15-yard line, make them have to work a little bit harder.
I believe that was Lawson Tubb again, getting out of the edge and smoking the quarterback. It was not.
It was Jersey that time.
Yeah, but the hold was on Morton, the tailback, who was trying his best to keep Jersey away from him, and that's going to cost him 10 yards.
Coach Berry brings in Lawson, giving him a few more instructions there, I guess, to keep it at outside leverage so that quarterback he won't be able to get outside of him, even though he was being held.
Yeah, Jersey got out there quickly and smoked him.
Smoked him there.
I was going to ask you, when do you think we're going to get a turnover on a high snap, and we almost got it there.
Yeah, some tells me that's not going to be the first one tonight.
Nope, this one better, right at the waist. Williams looking right, throws a fastball. That one's caught at the 9, and that's about all. So it's going to bring up 4th down. And that's Torrin Teague with the catch, his first of the day. And now it's 4th and goal from the 9.
And I believe that was Bradley Williams there that was in coverage. If it wasn't, I apologize, but it was an excellent job by him being able to quickly corral and tackle the receiver as soon as they catch the ball with a gain of 5. And here we go, a timeout here.
Yeah, it actually was Bradley on the tackle, so you were right on that. So timeout comes with a minute 13 left to play in the first quarter. We'll take a break as well. We'll come right back here to Longview Game Day.
When Laura vowed to love me, in sickness and in health, she wasn't thinking about cancer. But here we are. I'm just grateful my team of experts at Texas Oncology is close by, fighting for me, so I can still start my mornings right here. Hey, I need all of this treatment I can get. I'll see y'all tonight.
All right, 4th and 9. Cesar Olvera on for the field goal attempt. Almost got that bad boy blocked. As DK Carter just about got that bad boy. It's good, however, from about 16 yards, so a 26-yard field goal. And the Bears are on the board. 7-3 score with a minute 9 left to play in the first quarter. You staying or breaking?
We're going to stay here.
All right.
I'll tell you what, one thing that I've noticed so far with this slow snap, you're going to give us an opportunity to be able to get one of these punts.
That was literally the first thing I noticed.
Yeah.
Even the first play of the game where they moved, it almost flew over his head in slow motion.
I'm telling you, you keep snapping it like that. You keep trying to make sure you get the ball there. You're going to allow the defense to get there faster, and you're going to also give us an opportunity to block one of those kicks tonight as KD gets very, very close to getting it as he got a great jump. He timed it up perfectly.
And this kicker for South Oak Cliffs got the leg for just about anything he needs tonight, it looks like.
7 plays, 51 yards for the Bears. They did that in 2 minutes and 28 seconds to get this thing to a 7-3 ball game. Of course, they had a couple of big plays, open receivers on the left side over here. That's going to be a thing I'm sure that Coach Barry's looking at, saying we got to pay attention to this.
Absolutely, and they're trying to spread you out just to see how you're going to line up, and they got speed at all skill positions there. So wherever you dictate them to go, that's exactly what they're going to try to do.
All right, Olvera to kick off.
Looks like Carter and Herndon back to return.
Swap sides here as well too.
I think they're trying to get it to Herndon and make a move late so they don't see this change, and this one will come to Herndon at the 2. Out to the 15, and that's all she wrote. Well, they got it where they wanted it. He just did not have much lane to go down, and so the Lobos will start back at about the 15-yard line.
85 yards to go, about 85 yards to go to pay dirt here. It's not nothing that Longview can't overcome. As they started the first drive of the game with a big play-action pass, getting Herndon across the field there. It took about 30 yards. So they definitely showing that they're capable of being able to make plays as they started out running good as well in this first quarter.
All right, first down at the 15-yard line. See who comes out into the backfield along with Trey Hamilton. First drive, very impressive. Second drive got stymied pretty quickly.
Lived up to the billing so far, folks.
I'm sure we're
Not
still
sure what's going on here. I see soccer players walking off the field. I don't see a TV timeout anywhere.
And there's still a minute left to play in the quarter. I don't know what we've got, dude. Is there a flag? Yeah, they're moving the ball out to the 30. There must have been a penalty on.
It must have been.
Yeah, we never saw a flag or a white hat.
Yep.
We'll take it, though.
So I'm assuming we're going to probably have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Bears. So they'll move that ball out to the 30-yard line. Well, we'll take the 15 free to start this drive.
And he announced it, but the speaker here is kind of so muffled you can't really hear a word the PA guy's saying.
We'll definitely take it there.
Yeah, as long as they didn't move it the other way, I don't care what he says.
All right, first down at the 30 instead. Mason Washington back in the game at tailback, and now we got a whistle again. We're having some struggles getting continuity, and while we're struggling with it up here, you can imagine the players. You get ready, you're used to a certain pace, and then all of a sudden, either the TV thing slows it down and you've got a longer delay, or the officials can't get stuff straight and you got more of a delay, and you spend a lot of time standing around.
Absolutely right there.
And he's talking to Coach Wilson and the Lobo staff and Coach Sanders over there trying to figure out what's happening.
Yeah, and the referee's over here talking to Coach Todd as well.
Well, first the ball was on the left hash. Now it's looking like it's in the middle.
The officiating crew struggling to get it all
now
together.
It's going back for some reason.
So instead of giving them 15, they decided it should only go to the 23-yard line.
Oh, not sure what's going on here.
No telling. Let's just do that. There's no telling. But the Lobos will take it there instead. And we'll one more time try to run an offensive play here. On first down, handoff Mason. Gets around the defender. 25. There's a flag. This one's coming back. Mason's going to run a long way, but I think Herndon's going to be called for either a hold or a block in the back.
And referee saw it from a mile away and threw it from way back.
And the ref's getting in between Herndon and the corner over here, Jyrian Hampton.
You know what? I'll tell you what, it was a blindside block here. You see him coming in late. Not sure who it was, but that's an illegal.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just drove the receiver, drove his man into there, and the referee threw the flag on that.
Yeah. They're going to call a block in the back, and it's going to come back. Mason, who would have gotten himself about a 77-yard touchdown run, is going to have to catch his breath and go back and try this again.
That's all right there. He's a track guy. He's ran plenty of those sprints.
But it is absolutely positive sign watching him hit these home runs, because that's something we didn't know where it was going to come from this year. So they're going to decline the block in the back and take a personal foul.
All right, well.
A lot of time going on there, too.
Yeah, a lot of movement, a lot of stuff, a long run that doesn't get to happen. And they'll mark this thing back to the 12-yard line.
It's just a practice run. Mason's the fourth leg of the 4x100 team. Let's get as many of those in as we can between now and track season, if you could, Mason.
Well, it's definitely good to see that. you know you're capable of it this game. And it gotta bode well for the confidence. You see how he bounced it out real quick, and he cut it up that sideline and got untouched.
All right, so first down at the 12. We'll go 1st and 21. And we're going to hand off up the middle this time. Not quite as much yardage this time. A gain of about 3. And it'll bring up second down in about 18 as Mason with the carry.
Just a carry there, just to get some positive yards. Comes away with just that. With about 25 seconds left or 23 seconds left, you can let this run out and think about it. Yeah, for sure.
And I have a feeling they will here. I think especially as Mason just did an 80-yard run and then had to jog back
and get the next carry.
So they're going to go ahead and run out the quarter. We'll take the break as well. Lobos with a 7-3 lead after the first 12 minutes. You're watching us here on Longview Game Day.
In Longview, we know what it means to chase greatness. We've tasted the glory of state championships, and we've pushed through the weight of adversity. For a town that's often overlooked, our pride runs deep. At Longview Eye Associates, we believe in seeing the end goal clearly, whether it's on the field, in the classroom, or in life. Because just like the Lobos, we never stop reaching for higher expectations. Longview Eye Associates, proud to care for our community, proud to support the Longview Lobos.
Our offense was dominating this year. fast, powerful, virtually unstoppable. In fact, the only slow member of the team was me. When I was sidelined with ankle pain, it put the whole season at risk. So, just like when my players need the best care, I turned to a proven provider. Now, I'm back in the game.
Get the care you need at physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital, or visit tsjh.org to find a specialist today.
All right, first quarter's in the book. 7-3 Lobos with the lead. First quarter stats, both teams with 3 first downs. The Bears picked up 66 yards of offense, the Lobos 81 yards. The quarterback comparison, Hamilton was 3 for 3 for 36 yards, and Williams was 3 of 4 for 37 yards. About as close as you're going to get for the first quarter.
Absolutely. Been going is a game that you expect to go both ways, going back and forth. Gotta love the way that Longview started out offensively and defensively. But you know this SOC team, they're not going to go away from us at all.
Yeah, and since we're going to come back from commercial breaks with plenty of time based on the other broadcaster, we'll talk about HTO. Need some real refreshment. Good news, HTO opens on Longview, and it's now open in Longview. Dive into dozens of flavors of real and delicious fresh brewed iced tea. From coconut, George Peach to Texas chai and cherry, mix and match to your heart's content to find your favorite combo. Welcome to your happy place. Open now at 2000 Tola Road in Longview.
All right, well, it's going to be second down and 18 for the Lobos coming out of this quarter break. We'll flip the field. And Mason stays in the game at tailback. Jordan Hobbs going to be split out to the left.
A lot of ace package, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers look so far tonight from us. Different wrinkle that we've shown a lot as we've been running majority of out of this set.
And our field camera is flipping sides, so we'll have that back up and running here in just a second.
Had a lot of success running right so far in this game. Let's see if we continue doing that. And again, we're still waiting on the this is going to be this kind of night. The guy in red shirt is dictating our lives right now. He is the point man for the TV network to let them know when you can now start playing football.
It's a wonderful thing to have as many eyes on these young men as possible, but it comes with a couple annoying things that you kind of get to see that you don't typically see at a high school game.
Yeah, and these quarter breaks, normally we would take 60 seconds. I'm sure they're taking 2 minutes.
Yep.
And now they're ready to roll. He gives them the sign. Now you can play football.
Now you wonder if John King, what he'd be saying about this.
All right, second down, 15-yard line. Back to pass. Hamilton looking deep, running out of room and time, and he has to take it down himself, and he'll get driven out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. It's linebacker Isaiah Udom with the tackle, and it brings up third down and 15.
He took as long as he could, try to find somebody open downfield, and there was nobody there. He ran with it right when he had to, just to come up with some positive yards on that play. 3rd and 15 from the 18-yard line here.
Not a lot of plays in the playbook for this here. You don't want to make a mistake, but you also, don't want to put your defense in a bad spot either.
It really was a one-receiver pattern. They rolled left. You had one receiver, and if it's open, you get it. If you're not, then you're running. Third down. Blitzer's coming. Hamilton's got a second. No, now he doesn't. Mason missed the block. They had Cody Smith, that sophomore linebacker, come right up the middle, and Washington didn't see him until he blew by him, and now it's fourth down.
Yep, he got outside the tackle box there, and that linebacker shot right up in between that guard and tackle, and Mason wasn't fast enough to be able to redirect himself and get there inside and completely missed on the block there to be able to get to him and block there, and that brings up fourth down, and we definitely punt it.
And South Oak Cliff's going to get some pretty good field position here.
So it's a 10-yard loss on the play. It's going to bring up fourth down and many. Can you just do that? 4th and 25.
I vaguely remember one of these a few years ago.
Hobbs having a punt out of his end zone. This is going to roll over. Takes a Longview bounce, and they were fortunate. They're going to pick up about another 15 yards on the roll as it goes all the way down to the 42-yard line on the other side of the field.
Exactly what we needed, a punt like that, to be able to just bounce, and that's exactly what it did, bouncing in the Bears, or bouncing in our territory.
So we'll flip the field over. The Bears will take the ball down 7-3. We're going to put the ball down at the 42-yard line. On first down, how about handoff? Morton, not much. In fact, he's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. It's going to bring up second down and 11.
Excellent job there by the defense, especially your front four guys. Shout out to those guys being able to play with some aggression there up front, being able to not allow that running back to go anywhere. That was a tackle for a loss there. I believe that was Woolrich coming off the defensive end there, making that play.
So second down and 11 now for the Bears at the 41-yard line. They're spreading us out. To wide right, man in motion. That is Jalen Moore. Handoff going back where he started, and the Lobos do a nice job reading that. It's a good-looking run, nonetheless, by Morton as he gets it out to about the 46-yard line. That thing looked like it was stopped, but he makes 5 out of it.
Yeah, he did there. You saw you see your outside backer there in Williams being able to kind of stay in place as he saw a big guy coming at him. But nonetheless, though, he gets the tackle, brings up about, maybe 3rd and 6, 7.
A little love there for Bradley Williams, who came up, stuck his nose in the middle of the blockers coming at him to kind of blow that thing up. So third down, they've got about 6 to go at the 46-yard line. And they're passing. Here goes Williams, back to pass, caught Lobo's side of the field out to the 43-yard line. That's Jalen Moore again with a first down.
Found the open spot in that zone there. Easy pitch and catch from the quarterback. And he was, as he had time to be able to look the defense over, find his open target there to get the first down. Here they go, moving kind of quickly here. We're settling.
And they'll hand off this time. That's Morton with a nice cut and straight up the middle. He will run down to the 25-yard line for another first down run as he picks up 18.
Great patience there by the back. Bounced outside for a quick second, showed the defense that defense over pursued. He cuts right back up the middle of that seam there and bounced it off for a great yard gain there to bring it inside or bring it to about the 25-yard line. Defense, you got to be able to rally that.
Back-to-back 18-yard plays for the Bears. First down at the 25. New back in for them, and he's going to go for another 8 yards. 23 for them. We have not seen him yet today, and that is Corday Fields, the senior running back, goes 5'8", 163, and he picks up, make it 7 yards.
Still in the game there. You got 2 receivers wide up top there. Maybe try to run it as well.
And back to Fields again. Nope, they're going to keep it. Quarterback trying to make it himself, and he's trying to stretch that ball out at the end, but he's about a yard shy as the Lobos hold him short. Tyson Johnson on the tackle. It's going to bring up third down and 1.
Here comes a big third down and 1 here. It's been all runs except for on the third down play so far. Tight end is in tight.
They got to get across that or on that 15-yard line. Third down 1. Fields right up the middle, and he's going to walk all the way to the end zone. Boy, they gashed us right up the middle, which they had done a couple times on that drive. Morton a couple runs earlier, and the Bears take the first lead of the game here in the second quarter.
And you know what? We was there to make that play there. Had our hands out there, but didn't bring our feet, being able to grab him on that tackle as the defensive end comes in untouched. And that's what the receiver did. I mean, the running back did too, as he scores easily on that touchdown.
Tells me Trotter's probably not healthy because they went to their third running back. Here's the point after try. That's up and good. And we got a 10-7 ball game with 7 minutes left to play in the half. We'll take a break. We're coming right back here on Game Day.
Alrighty, we are back. We'll talk about Emily Ramey. Actually, scratch that. We'll talk about Zaxby's while we got him up on the screen. Keaton, you know where Zaxby's is, don't you? He's not paying attention. Delicious saucy chicken served with core values built on a willingness to do whatever it takes to do the right thing for their customers. Swing by the 4th Street location if you haven't already. Emily Ramey over at Sig Ramey Insurance. As your local Sig Insurance Services agent with over 20 years experience in the insurance industry, Emily Ramey helps customers like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits your needs. The process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about insurance. Give her a call at 903-236-5658 or stop by the office on Judson Road with a big green sign that says Sig Insurance and ask her about her 6'5" fireball and freshman starting pitcher down in the Austin direction.
Frank, man, it was hot up here. I had the headset off.
I didn't notice. I was talking to you. I was getting nothing back.
You know me better than that.
I figured you made your way down to the stands to hug people.
Not that fast.
All right, some scores to pass along while we've got the break. Rockwall Heath is up over San Juan Hills, California, 13-3 the score there. Roy City with a 16-7 lead over Denton Braswell as we try to get an idea about who's doing what in district tonight. Forney trailing Waxahachie 14-7. We already told you about Rockwall losing last night. And I've seen Tyler Legacy and Marshall. I haven't seen that one pop up yet, but we'll get that as it comes across the screen. 10-7 our score. Again, we're on the TV timeout thing. If you're just jumping on board saying, man, you guys can't seem to get a rhythm. Well, the TV dictates what we get to do today. And
yeah, if we'd have known this, we'd have tried to sell some more advertising.
Or brought up some food. What the heck?
I've got some kind of bad memories about just killing dead air in this stadium.
Yeah. Isn't that the truth? Anyway, it's a 10-7 ball game. They finally have finished doing their TV stuff, so we're back at it now. It's time for the Lobos to return this kick.
So the Lady Lobos knock off Roy City tonight at home.
Awesome job by the ladies there, going 1-1 in district.
There we go. Well done, Lady Lobos. Well done. We'll see you hopefully. Wait, I think it's next Tuesday, the next broadcast. Sorry, Chuck, go for it. It's time.
And Olvera ready to put the ball down. We've got Carter and Herndon back around the 15-yard line. They've kind of moved up a little bit. And there's not really a lot of wind. There's a little bit of a breeze that's, I guess, blowing back toward the kicker, but the flags really are not moving that much. Here's the kick. They are going to go shorter, and it will be Carter grabbing it at the 16-yard line. And spins across the 30. And still on his feet across the 45 to the 47-yard line. And that may be a little shot in the arm for the Lobos.
That young man is shifty, Keaton, and difficult to tackle for his size.
Hey, man, that's a former receiver right there showing you he got excellent ball skills, making a play there, making some guys miss him.
Here comes that Lobo offensive line trotting out to about midfield.
Yeah, they didn't quite get it to the 50, but not far. We've had a couple of really nice field positions, but the Lobos haven't really done anything with them. They made the 70-yard drive to open the game, got the ball back at the 48-yard line and kind of sputtered there. So first down at the 47 this time. Hamilton gonna hand off up the middle and bouncing forward all the way up to almost the 45. We'll make it the 46-yard line. A gain that time of about 6. That is Mason Washington on the carry.
I love the that Mason is running with tonight. He's running right now between his pass, not letting the first guy miss him, sliding in between some holes, finding some open space there. That was a great run by there. It's not going to be a first down, but it was one of those statement runs that you got to love. I know Coach King is happy with that.
Goes for about 6, we'll say. Second down and 4. And how about back to the ground again? Trying to go, he went a little wide for the hole he was trying to get to. He only gets to the 45-yard line from it. For a second, it looked like that was going to open up a little bit more, but it seemed like he was trying to go outside and then last minute decided to try to come back north and south.
Yeah, originally it looked like it was the same play call there. Mason saw the hold on that right side as, man, unfortunately, he's starting to come up a little gimpy there. He's trying to shake it off, but he's coming off a little gingerly, but he's running off to the side right now, so we're going to have to get a first down and
Trey,
him on.
We've almost got him set up for Trey to keep that and break off a big one at some point here shortly.
First time I think we've seen Keelan in the game since the first drive. Cummings in now is the only back. And he's going to get the handoff and bounces off the first tackler and gets blocked forward for enough for a first down up to the 40-yard line.
And that was a Cummins. Oh, here comes a late flag here. And that looks like that is definitely going to be on Sockets. I see a lot of our players celebrating.
Yeah.
But that was an excellent run there by Cummins. As soon as he gets hits, he doesn't fall. He breaks through the first wave, and as soon as he gets the tackle, he was going to be short, but he falls forward and continues to keep rumbling.
I've seen that young man run over everybody.
That was like it was a punch there by 5.
Yep. Might be an ejection coming.
Looks like that was definitely a punch that I saw.
Star Shaw was, if it doesn't work for him for football, he may either be a referee in the future or maybe one of those guys that brings airplanes in, because he was doing a really good job pointing forward. Where do you go with that?
Yes, sir. Calling them both sides.
Yeah, they're gonna get hit for both of them. So no penalty. We'll just take the 5 yards and the first down, and we'll call it a day.
Tell me, ref, what you saw first, because I didn't see it.
Yeah, I know some of the folks watching aren't real big fans of the old offsetting penalties. It kind of doesn't serve much of a purpose, if you ask me.
Yeah, well,
but no one's asking me.
They both got it. Here we go. So first down at the 40-yard line. This has been an on-the-ground drive, and it's going to be again as Trey comes to go right behind Cummings and picks up 4, maybe 5 up to the 35-yard line.
Man, I love that read there. I love their play call. They're just Trey going up, following his fullback, his lead blocker, as he goes right off the side. There comes away with the positive yards.
And in a hurry again. They'll get everybody to the line, and the receivers, I don't think, know what's going on. Far side, Jace Peterson's got his hands up like, I'm not sure what I'm doing. We're going to run the play again. Same thing. First down. Cross the 30 to the 25. We'll move the chains.
And I almost saw Trey just said, hey, you guys stay over there. I'm running it back over here. And that's exactly what he did. This time he gave you a little Le'Veon Bell-esque hesitation, finds his hole, and he explodes up the scene for a first down.
Now mark him at the 25-yard line. So he gained 10 on that one. 5 on the first one, 10 on the second. It sets up the Lobos with first down. Clock down to 4:38 here in the first half. Trailing 10-7. Now we're going to do the same setup again. 3 receivers all to the left. And this time to Cummings right up the middle. He's got a first down, or very close to it, at the 15-yard line. And they are finding something again right up that right middle. They're going behind Cox and Pickren and Yoder on that right side, and they rumble for 9, make it 10. They're putting it right on the 15-yard line. They should move the chains.
Way to make that run, boy. Maybe to move your feet like that and be able to get uphill. That's a proud run that I know Lobo fans are extremely proud of. And this is like the 3rd time that I've seen a Lobo helmet come off tonight here.
And it appears they're executing the game plan to perfection tonight. Fellas just shortening the ball game, and this is feels a lot more like Lobo football than the last week.
It's Cummings who lost the hat, so he's got to come out for a play. Mason left hobbling a few minutes ago, so we'll see what the option is now.
Looks like I see Big Frazier.
Well, you know, historically, Longview struggles with finding quality running backs, right?
That's going to be a problem.
And here's everybody's in the box right now.
Same formation again. We'll follow him again, trying to go wide, and gets the corner, but this is coming back.
2 flags on the play, both going to be on the same play there.
Yeah,
and that's a holding.
I think we got a offensive lineman out there. I think that may have been Braxton Williams, 52, who's come into the game. I think that's the number I saw, who's going to get, the 10-yard backward.
So, yes, 52 is when they're going to call their holding on for sure.
A little too easy to make that edge.
Even though, man, we've been having a lot of TV timeouts, a lot of delays. It's still kind of a fast-flowing first half.
Yeah. Well, and let's talk about that hold, because I think part of that was when Trey decides to bounce it outside, he kind of left his guard having to reach as his defender reacted to the quarterback going. That's not always on the lineman.
Great point there.
So it's back to the 25, and we're going to go right back up the middle. How about Frazier to the 18-yard line, where he rumbles for 7 more.
Big yard gains there by Frazier as he goes forward. And he's coming up a little gimpy as well, too. But hey, man, these Sock boys, they're going to play you hard and tough. I believe last year we had a lot of defensive linemen that got hurt this game here. This team, they're physical just as well as we are.
So it's Graves will be the 4th back on this drive. Mason went out gimpy. Cummings lost his hat. Frazier comes up gimpy, and now it's Caden Graves' turn, the 165-pound junior. See if he's built for this running up the middle stuff.
I'll tell you what, we keep coming in the same formation. Watch the running back come outside.
Same thing, we're going right. Hamilton looking for a lane. He'll burrow forward and dive to the 15, maybe the 14-yard line. And it's going to bring up third down. They still got to get to the 5.
Third and 10 here.
Man, it would be great to find a way to finish this drive. At a minimum, tie this thing up. Chew some clock.
See what type of yards you can get here and see what type of, what these coaches, you're in field goal range.
Well, they take Graves out now on this third down and 10. Play coming in from the sideline. We're counting down the play clock, and I have a feeling this is just going to be a timeout.
2-minute timeout here.
Yeah, we're going to roll it down to the 2-minute break, and there it is. So that will stop things with 2 minutes left. I'm imagining we're probably going to have a long break for the TV folks. But 10-7 ball game. Lobos got this ball back on the kick return at the 47. They've driven it down to the 15 and are in a position with third down to, again, either make this a 4-down attempt or a game-tying, potentially field goal attempt if they don't score on this play.
It's a crucial drive. It's the end of the first half. You got the ball to start the half, so you want to kind of come away. You definitely want to come away with points if you don't get the first down here. So you got to be mindful of that. All right, we're going to take a timeout here since we're on a 2-minute break. We're going to talk about Rams Paint and Body. They're located on Broadway in Gladewater. Rams Paint and Body, they specialize in collision repair and auto body paint jobs. Give them a call at 903-806-0244. Next is one of my favorite places I like to talk about. I eat breakfast there, I eat lunch, and also get dinner. We're talking about Juicy's Hamburger. Voted the best burger in East Texas for 35 years. Juicy's have been a leader in flavor, quality, and service with a smile since 1980. How about that, folks?
I don't believe you work at a hospital, Keith. Too good at that.
Lobos have gone 38 yards on 7 plays in this drive. When we go back to it, it'll be at the 15-yard line. We've had 4 drives for Longview in this first half. The first one, 6 plays, 70 yards, and a touchdown. Basically had a turnover on downs on a 4th down. We couldn't get a conversion. A 3-and-out basically punt, and now this drive that's got them on the doorstep of potentially either tying or taking a lead in this game. Looking for the guy in red. Did he give us the okey doke that we're okay to start?
That's wild. It's a wild thing that we have to say multiple times at a high school game.
Yeah, we're not used to that for sure.
Now you know what those guys calling college and pro games have to go through.
Yeah,
TV dictates your life.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got a whistle. That must mean we can go. So at the 15, 3rd down and 10 now for Longview.
And it looks like there's nobody shading down the double Herndon at the bottom of the screen.
I see safeties up too.
Keelan back in the game at tailback. Davis in the game. He's in motion. We're going to fake it. Quick pass. It's a slant in and out of the hands at the 5-yard line. Should be first down and goal. But Jace Peterson, I believe, unable to hang on to it.
Field goal team is definitely out there, but that's a tough drop there by Jace. Got to catch those. That was an excellent thrown ball there by your quarterback, fitting the ball right there in the zone, making you having to jump up to go get it. Those are money plays that you have to be able to convert to be a winning ball club.
Now, you got a corner on his back and a safety on his face, and I think that probably contributes. Here's a kick on the way. This is up and good, and we are tied at 10 with 1:50 left to play in the first half. So no touchdown, but we did get points, and we've evened this thing up.
We'll stick around here for just another second here. I use that term very loosely. It may be 3 minutes.
Yeah, they might let us roll a little bit knowing that halftime is near. But Sock has 3 timeouts left to go inside of this 2-minute warning. You know they're going to be kind of in a mayday situation here. This is a 2-minute drill that we actually practice every week. So you gotta know that we're looking for it. And it's also 7:07. Let's get out there and make some plays on the defensive side of things.
And knowing what we know about our opponent, knowing what we've known about our first 2 weeks of the season, Keaton, if I would have told you before we went live, 1.5 minutes left to go in the first half, we're all tied up at 10, would you take it?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe in these Lobos.
We got ourselves a ball game.
Yeah, you know these Lobos, but here's the thing, too. You got to come out with a stop here, and you got to come out with it again to start the second half. because you know they're going to have the ball to start it too.
All right, well, the Lobos answered the touchdown drive by the Bears with a field goal, so we're ready to kick off. 1:50 left in the half. And we're going short pooch kick. That is going to be caught at the 28-yard line, trying to reverse Fields, and not much, about a 4-yard return that time for the Bears. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And were we using a different kicker that time?
Yeah,
it looked like David Olvera.
Yeah,
I thought 99, who was doing the kicking duty that time. So ball's going to be at the 32. We've run off a few seconds on the kick. 1:44 left to play in the first half.
And again, we really appreciate you guys tuning in. We can't do what we do without you. Make sure you click share, comment, tell us where you're coming from. Keep it civil in the comments. I don't want to spend my whole weekend deleting and hiding stuff. Come on.
Morton's in the backfield along with the quarterback Williams. They'll spread 3 right, Teague's on the left, and they're going to roll on first down. Roll out look, quick pass towards the middle, and that one's a drop C by Devontae Hill. A little bit low on the pass, but one that was catchable, and it's second down and 10.
Quarterback rolls to the right, and I call that a level route. You got a guy in the flat, a guy that's right there in the out area, and then there's a corner route coming. He's just looking to see where everybody's covering, and he's hopefully trying to get the ball deep. He does. Receiver unable to come away with the catch there. Comes away second down.
And in his face, T.J. Jackson, kind of the same thing where Jace dropped his. There was a defender in his grill. Here's Morton trying to go right. Tackles missed. Finally, they'll get him down, but boy, they let him go for 11. Jersey had a chance at him back around the line of scrimmage and just couldn't grab a hold. And that's a pretty impressive run by Levon Morton.
And that first down stopped the clock while the ball gets set again. That lets this Sock team kind of get themselves back rolling again. Haven't really been able to do much in the pass variety in this second quarter. But here they go, try to convert and get some points here.
1:14 left, back to pass. Williams got a man open. That's caught at the 45. And Jackson trying to hang on. May have just gotten called for a face mask on top of it, as he's finally taken out of bounds around the 25-yard line. On the catch is Nate Coleman. And there may be more yardage added to this.
And KD, your corner bit in heavily. It looks like maybe there was a cover 2 look. That was a face mask, but I think they may call on the offense there because the receiver was definitely grabbing hold of our players.
Well, we'll take that.
I think he was talking to Coach Wilson saying it's going to be a first down, but we're going backwards.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep, there
Good
it
call,
is.
Keaton.
There it is.
They'll drop the flag at around the 34-yard line. They'll walk the thing back to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, he was telling Coach Wilson it's a first down, but it's going backwards.
Shout out to TJ there, but man, he's short, so I knew his arms weren't long enough to be able to get to that receiver's face mask, and I zoomed in on it to see right here on our tablet what was going on there, but it was definitely receiver.
So they get the first down. We'll take away 15 yards of it, and we'll go back to the 48-yard line where it's going to be first down and 10 on the Lobo side of the field.
It looks like 1st and 1, if I'm being honest.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that.
Never seen that.
They did mark it back there. You are correct about that, Frank, and it's a first down up to the 46, so it didn't matter.
And it looks like this Sock team may I'm looking at Coach Todd. He's yelling at his offensive coordinator, like, man, we got a minute left. Why are you running the ball here?
We do have 3 timeouts if you're the Bears.
Yep, he's mad about that play call. I can tell the way he just ran out there and gave it to his OC. Same.
And we'll throw far side. That one caught. Tackled by Jackson, but Delvin Cook with the reception out to the 34-yard line.
Come on now. It's a chippy play there. The Sock team, as they call the timeout after getting that first down, as they coming away kicking at our players, and I see it.
I believe Josiah was just about 3 inches away from tipping that ball up in the air.
But you know, when he gets there, when he gets to that spot in the flats and he has that flat call, if nobody's in your zone, just starts treading back, just start falling back here. You know somebody is coming behind you. And, you know, those are instinctive plays. And when you start playing more, you start seeing that play happen. You just got to kind of fall back there. I know Coach Fernandez is probably listening to us, probably happy that I'm out there coaching a little bit.
Williams 5 of 7, 59 yards now. He has distributed the ball. We've got 3 different receivers, Cook, Moore, and Teague, all with catches. And it's first down at the Lobo 35-yard line. As we've got 38 seconds left in this first half. 10-10 ball game. Bears are driving, trying to take the lead. They will get the ball to start the second half. So this is a potential 2-for-1 opportunity. Throw out to the far side. Hang on, they got another flag down.
That's a great tackle, but there's going to be a penalty there on Sock, I do believe, as they probably yanked one of our players' helmets off.
Yeah, it was Jaden Woolridge who lost his hat.
And, as I've been saying a lot of our players' helmets come off tonight. I know I'm saying that for a reason. It's not because of our will, because it just don't happen for us. That don't happen for us week in and week out. Shout out to Vices here for these helmets.
So they'll wipe out the play. They actually just called it a hold. They didn't even bother with the face mask. So we'll mark it back 10 yards and make it first down and 20 now. Move it back to the 45-yard line.
32 seconds left. 2 timeouts left. Got to be able to keep the guys in front of you, make open field tackles. Keep them, in my opinion, from about the 30-yard line here to make them have to just keep running plays here.
We got a guy open again. I don't know if they see the guy in the slot. Nope. And we'll see if this is open. Williams is going to run this to the left. He's going to throw on the run into traffic, incomplete. We had a missed assignment, though. There was a guy in between the slot and the far receiver that was uncovered. And it's going to bring up second down.
And right before that play happened, we completely bailed out of there. I'm seeing Coach Buns. I'm seeing a lot of coaches running out there. They see something going on here. They're not liking something that's going on. Yeah. To see 3 different coaches, defensive coaches, yelling at something is obviously something the refs are missing.
Well, there's a lot of extracurricular going on back in the backfield. This time it was Levon Morton that tangled with one of the Lobo players. And so second down and 20 back at the 45. Back goes Williams, looking right. Man in motion, who he dumps it to. He'll step out of bounds at the 33-yard line. That's Moore with the catch.
Here's the deal. Here's 3rd and 9. You don't want to give up a big play here. You definitely don't want them to convert on a first down here with 21 seconds left. You feel like if they get a first down, they definitely kind of put themselves in field goal range, and you definitely don't want them coming away with points here to end this first half.
Lebo's going to make a defensive swap as Christian Williams goes out of the game and Tyson Johnson gets back in.
It's like a tricky spot on the field for South Oak Cliff as far as how to play this.
3rd down and 9 at the 34. 21 seconds. Williams back's got time. Looking deep. Got hit as he threw it.
Excellent play there.
He got hit. Chaston Wright, the sophomore, is the one that disrupted that and got to him, and now it's 4th down.
There you go. Big Chaz making a play there by your sophomore. Great kid. Glad to see him coming up with a big play there on the 3rd down. On the 3rd down play, hits the quarterback arm, makes it go incomplete, brings up 4th down. And this SOC team, they're definitely going for it right now here. So you definitely got one more play here to make.
Wrighton came off a sack last week against Marshall. Almost got another one here.
There you go,
4th and 9 at the 34. 17 seconds left. And before we can get going, timeout's been called. So we'll take the break. And let's see who's going to call this timeout. Looks like it's going to be on Longview.
Some more timeout there by Coach Berry. Can't take them with us.
Well, you can, but they don't spend.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right, well, it's been an intriguing half. Lobos jumped out to a 7-0 lead. The Bears have since taken the lead back, and now the Lobos have tied it. Frank.
The principal focus of the Diagnostic Clinic of Longview's practice is in the delivery of primary care services as well as 16 medical sub-facilities. Services include pediatrics and adolescent medicine, gynecology, family practice, and internal medicine. For a full list of services and specialty areas, visit their services page and find the physician who's right for your needs.
All right. Here we go. 17 seconds. Lobos got one timeout left.
If you happen to be doing that now, watch us on your phone while you're there.
Big 4th down play here.
Yeah, they're going to split 2 right, 2 left. Morton, the only guy in the backfield, along with Williams. Lobos getting up in the grill now, trying to take away some pacing. Man in motion. Lobos may have moved, but there's no flag. Man open, caught, and he's going to stumble forward for a first down at the 24-yard line. That's Devontae Hill with the catch.
Found easy there. It looked like it was just a hitch route to find the open zone there. Quarterback sees him very quickly. He does us a favor. As soon as he catches it, kind of stumbles down. Could have easily got a little bit more yards there. And there's 10 seconds left to go. One timeout left for this SOC team. Ball on the 25-yard line, which in my eyes, I believe is definitely in field goal range here.
I think they actually have 2 timeouts. Longview took the last one.
No,
nope,
they just took
that.
it. Yeah,
they took it off.
They just took this.
They needed 9, they got 10. And they're working on that slot. That's where they like to go. The guys out wide are kind of decoy more than anything else.
Yes, and that's an adjustment that we can definitely.
Yeah, that motion gets guys out of spot, and then somebody's left open. And we've seen over and over again that this offense likes to go left side slot. That's where they've been going in this first half.
And you know what? You haven't seen a lot of big play from one of their top receivers, number 3, Torrin Teague. It's one of those guys you have to look for, week in and week out. Jalen Moore is another guy at number 13.
Teague with 1 catch for 6 yards here in the half. First down, 24-yard line. Williams back, got time, steps up, got grabbed, gets out of it, still backing up. Ball's going to be knocked down. Lawson Tubb all over the quarterback, but he got hit in the backfield to start with as Jersey lost his hat now.
How big a sack would have been at that play?
Still a long field goal attempt, but man, that's a huge play.
But that would have been, how big of a sack would have been to take them out of their field goal range. Makes it still a long field goal. That ball is going to come off low and hard. We got a chance to be able to get a block here, and if it's a block in our favor, get a chance to maybe return it and then take it to the house to get some points for ourselves.
More pushing and shoving after the play. I was watching on our late camera, and that's kind of been the theme today. So this is going to be about a 41-yard attempt when we get out of the last timeout. Somebody else is going to take one. And Cesar Olvera is going to be asked to boot one from around 41 from that left hash.
That's going to be the Lobos taking that timeout. They're going to talk about the strategy here on special teams. Man, what an important stop for the Lobos there. That was a chance for a kind of a 2-for-1 for South Oak Cliff, and the Lobos kept them from knocking out the first half of that.
Absolutely.
Well, they still got a chance for the first half.
But 14's way worse than 10 if you think about it in terms of that.
The sack would have been huge.
That would
have been the half.
We had him in the grass. This young man's athletic. That's 3 weeks in a row we've played a team with a freakishly athletic quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Williams comes into this 23 of 39, 328, 4 touchdowns. He has not thrown a pick here in the first couple of games against fairly quality opponents in North Shore and Duncanville.
Young man's got quite a leg. It's going to be a long one.
41-yard field goal here. What type of leg does he have?
Well, we're about to find out.
We have a middle blitz situation here. I'm looking at our edge rushers.
Here comes the shot. This one up. He's got enough leg for it.
I mean,
and he bangs it through. No, he missed it right.
He missed it.
He missed it to the right. It looked like it was good for a minute, and then instead that thing just kind of drifted and drifted. So we're going to go to the half tied at 10. Lobos do dodge the bullet on the 2-for-1.
Win there definitely for the Lobos. That kicker looked like it would have been good from 50.
Yeah. Well, that thing just kept moving over, and eventually outside the uprights, and there you go, missed from 41. So both teams have hit a field goal, and for the Bears, they miss one as time expires in the half. A pretty exciting first half. Not necessarily the cleanest, but not a bad slugfest. It's like the first couple rounds of a heavyweight fight.
A big win for me for the Lobos and not give this Sock team any points to end this first half.
Yeah, most of the folks on the outside looking in were expecting kind of a shootout, a 21-17 type first half. And that Lobo defense, man, they are good.
Yes, sir.
They are really good again, and you're kind of starting to see them gel a little bit right in front of our eyes here.
Bears had 10
of the season so far. Sorry, Chuck.
Bears had 10 first downs, 173 yards of offense in the first half, 93 on the ground, 80 through the air. Lobos 6 first downs, 122 yards of offense, 86 through on the ground, 36 through the air. We really didn't pass in the second quarter. 3 for 4 was the start for quarterback Trey Hamilton, and really did not throw in that second quarter. It was pound and ground for the Lobo offense. All right, bands are coming out. You know who's going to start things. Keaton, what do you think?
Hey, man, I'm happy with the way that we played that first half. I take all that win to be 10-10. It started out good, passing the ball in the air, but it looks like we can definitely run with this team and keep this ball on the ground and be able to establish some of our physicality. So I'm looking forward to it in the second half.
You ready for the kids? Everybody's watching now.
Yeah, absolutely. Love to see the
marching machine,
yes,
baby. Here they come.
Everybody's probably wondering, here it comes. I can't wait to see the Rockin' L.
Yeah, let's turn it over to the real show. Be back with you shortly.
and gentlemen, the Longview Independent School District is proud to present to the field in their 61st year the 2025-2026 LHS US. Officers this year left to right are Junior Lieutenant Avery Foreman, Junior Co-Captain Michaela Davis, Junior Lieutenant Jocelyn Hernandez, Junior Co-Captain Claire Goulsey, and Senior Lieutenant Melissa Roberts. The U.S. will now entertain you with their flower routine tune, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. U.S. of the Week is Senior Jocelyn Aragon. Spirit Girl of the Week is Senior Allison Gomez. Teacher of the Week is Math Teacher Mrs. Young Pim. The U.S. are under the direction of Mrs. Abby McGowan and assisted by Mrs. Haley Cooper. And now, the 2025 Longview High School Majorettes will perform a dance twirl routine tune, All-Star. Ladies and gentlemen, under the field direction of drum majors Etsy Islas, Olivia Shepard, and Ryan Castaneda, the Longview Independent School District proudly presents the award-winning Longview High School Lobo Band. This is the Big Green Marching Machine. All right, Noble fans, on your feet as the big screen marching machine marches the Crocodile off the field. Support this season. We would also like to thank our silver level and iron sponsors for this year: Corey and Hoover LLP, Peter Chevrolet, ABC Auto, Weber Landscape, Raising Canes, Rams Paint and Body, PCA E-Discovery Solutions, Paulo Yarborough, Cruise by Mandy LLC, Solis Brothers Excavation, Walmart Gold Street, Mamalva Mexican Bakery, Eastman Credit Union, Captain Anonymous, Dr. Ryan Peavy, UC Taco, and Drug Emporium. Thank you for your kind attention to tonight's performance, and go Lobos! All right, South Cliff, make some noise! Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the time you've all been waiting for? South Cliff, Dallas, Pintail Stadium, are you ready for the new show of the South Marching Band, all the way from Golden Bear Land? The original number one, New Sound of the South, is led by drum major Mark E.C.E. Prodigy Showhill, 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 Showhill. But also, our returning girl, Major Rep, Syracuse! goal and one. Here's the halftime scores of other Dallas ISD schools this evening. At the half, Mesquite 14-27, Edward Wilson 14. At the half, Brandon Creekview 35-27. At the half, Kendall 78.
Well, we welcome you back. What a contrast of styles between bands, by the way. Amazing performance by the Longview Lobo Band, as always. I actually took pictures of the Rockin' L, by the way, walking off. South Oak Cliff does not have a large band. I counted 32 kids, but they cranked out a bunch of volume, and it was an entertaining halftime as well. So, as always, we applaud kids on both sides of the field for their performance at halftime. It's great fun to watch them and know how much work and how hard that is to actually carry out in precision like that. But we thank them for the performance. 10-10, we're at the half. We mentioned before we went to the half a very even game across the board. Not just the 10-10 score, but the stats look pretty similar as well. Longview had a big drop on what could have potentially set up a first and goal. That may be the difference in this half right now.
Absolutely. Key plays that you got to have. You got to be able to make, but nonetheless, you have basically a brand new ball game, 0-0. Sock is going to get an opportunity to start out with the ball here as the Sock Bears band is coming in a little live now.
We have not seen much of Mikhail Trotter. He was averaging about 7 yards a carry coming into this game, but he got banged up against Duncanville last week. This is the last non-district game for the Bears. There's no point in running him out here if he's not 100%. He played a couple of snaps. I think he had one carry, maybe two. He hasn't seen the field since. He's probably not coming back out in the second half, which gives the Lobos a little bit, at least, of a leveling of the playing field, because that was really one of their superstars on offense.
Absolutely, and one of those guys that's a threat to take it at any given time of the night. So to see him, to not being able to see him pretty much for the rest of the way here is going to be a big blow for the Bears. But nonetheless, you know, these guys are thinking about the long game. And you got a long season ahead as you're expecting to play till late into December as you're trying to go on the state championship run. So to do that, you got to keep your best guys healthy and fresh.
We were talking before we came back on the air about adjustments that probably need to be made. We'll probably start on the defensive side. We're going to have to figure out a way to cover it a little bit better. We've got a couple of open receivers. That can't really happen. Those were drive savers for the Bears in the first half. We've even said this going back to the first drive in Lufkin, or against Lufkin. We didn't tackle particularly well in some spots today. Those are a couple of defensive things we need to clean up a little bit. I was impressed with our offensive line, a little better this week than last week. We've had some injuries with backs, but you know, hopefully we got everybody back for the second half. All right, let's do a second half kick. This is going back into the end zone, and they're going to take this thing out. Why not? It's a wasted offensive play if you don't run it out, and we're going to have a flag back around the 12-yard line. The return man taken down around the 17. So either way, this is going to start in deep field position instead of just waving your hand and saying, we'll take it at the 25.
And I'm laughing because of the block, legal chop block there, chopping Lawson Tubb in the legs. Early in the game on kickoff, Lawson blew his butt up. He wanted no parts of that no more.
Well, we'll see where we're going to put this thing. They have the chop block that's just been called, and they will walk that thing back half the distance. So it's actually going to start out at the 7-yard line. So the Lobo defense gets a bit of a break to start things here with a first penalty to open up the half.
Not a great decision to bring that out of the end zone.
No, kick deep there. This kid that trusts his speed and want to utilize his speed, but nonetheless, there wasn't able to be able to make it. Be able to make do of the situation.
All right, Jaden Williams, a junior quarterback, back starting off this second half. He'll hand off on the first play, and the Lobos do a good job staying with the back that time. Leave on Morton, who gets maybe to the 13-yard line, so a gain of about 5.
That fast pursuit there, man, made their running back stop on a dime and make the defender or the defensive end overrun him, and he just ran from where he left it to get off a big positive yard gain.
That's a second down and 5, and about back-to-back runs. And again, Morton, Lobos trying to hang on. Ball, I think, popped out of the end of that. Let's see, the officials slow to run into the pile, and it's a reaction like it should have been recovered by the Lobos, but apparently they didn't get it. Carter's the guy that came out thinking it was his, or it should have been a Lobo ball, but it was enough for the first down for Morton, even dropping the football.
First ball that goes on the ground tonight, we're unable to get it to be able to get a turnover, and that would have been a very costly one, as that would have put us well inside the red zone. But nonetheless, it's first down. This Sock team runs the ball with 2 quick plays here, comes away with two big yard gains here.
Flip 3 receivers right on first down around the 18-yard line. Third straight handoff to Morton, and again, he will burrow his way across the 20 to the 22-yard line for a gain of about 4 more.
And here comes the backup running back in, Corday Fields. He's been able to kind of run the ball a handful of times tonight, been looking pretty good as well doing that. Now he's spilling the running back, so kind of see what he comes in with, or actually what Sock is going to come up with, as we have a 3-on-3 down here at the bottom.
Fields had a first half touchdown. He will get the ball on this play, and he's stood up. Ball comes out, picked up by the Lobos. It's Bradley Williams that has it, and the Lobos will have the ball around the 23-yard line, and we've got our first turnover.
Hey, Corday Fields comes in, coughs up the ball one quick time as the Lobos go to the defensive camera and go celebrate as we come away with the first big turnover of the night here. Puts the ball on about the 24-yard line. The Lobos gets a chance to march in and score some points.
Well, that's a huge flip of the field. We mentioned first turnover of the game, and here we go. Lobos in sweet field position at the 23-yard line. We'll flip back over to the offense. So the defense steals a possession.
Yes, sir.
And we'll come out with the offense now. Trey Hamilton at quarterback, to his left, Keelan Cummings. On first down at the 23-yard line, it's going to be the quarterback. Hamilton finds a little room inside the block at Cummings, but does not get much. Maybe a yard to the 22-yard line.
Nothing available there, as we've been running a lot tonight from the right side. First time we ran with the quarterback read to the left. The gain of about 1 yard here.
Jackson, Shaw, Cox, Pickren, Yoder, the offensive linemen for the Lobos, have not talked Jaden Washington at all today. We have not thrown anywhere near a tight end. I don't even see him on the field.
There he
Hobbs
goes.
and
he's out there.
Hobbs and Herndon, Peterson, and out wide right now, Sean Davis in the game.
Yeah,
and we're going to have a flag before we ever get going, and we'll go back 5 yards. Yep. A little false start, and we'll make it second down and 14 instead, back to the 27-yard line.
I know Coach Face is turning red right now. He's getting a little frustrated with these pre-snap penalty. First one tonight here, but you're in a position right now, you're in a prime position where you in scoring range. The last place you need to be going is backwards, so got to be able to get a big play here, or a good enough play here to get yourself a manageable third down to be able to work with to try to convert.
These first 2 games, Lobos have very seldom been called for penalties. They've actually been probably ahead of what we've seen in our 5 years for early penalties in the season.
But yes, sir, knowing Coach like I do, he hates to go backwards.
Yep. All right, so we'll try it again. Second down, 14. It's Hamilton back to pass. He's looking that right side, and well, there was a lot of contact over there between the intended target. That was Sean Davis. And the corner on that side, or the linebacker actually, Jamari Stewart, I believe, was covering. And now it's going to bring up third down.
Quick hit out there. Ball was thrown inside. The defender was already there, planted inside. Made a tough play there from Davis, being able to try to go inside and get it. Incomplete pass by the time the ball was already past him by the time he got a chance to look up at it.
Jacaden Davis checking in for Longview. Tight end Jaden Washington out. Now Herndon coming out. So Sean Davis in. They got all kinds of shifting parts going on, and that didn't look right. Lobos had a lot of people in and out, and they're going to have to burn their first time out of the second half. So it comes with 8:39 left to play here in the third quarter. Tie game at 10. We hadn't talked about next week. We change states next week and head east toward Bayou Country into Ruston, Louisiana.
Yeah, I'm the one that doesn't have to think about that right now.
Think about it, Frank. Yeah. We're going to Ruston.
We get a chance to go see Coach Ball And those Ruston Bearcats, a team that, won state 2 years ago, got a chance to play for the state championship last year. And they got a great team again this year. We're gonna have our hands full with those guys, but we'll cross that road when we can cross it.
Man,
we'll be crossing that river when we cross
that state line.
That was a physical game last year.
Physical game last year, game right before our bye. Man, it was just a tough game, and it started the week before that when we played this SOC team, playing a physical team like that, and we was short bodies going into the Ruston game, and we was trying to get out of that game fast enough and with everybody as healthy as we could.
And as we've told you in the first half, the TV is controlling our timeouts tonight, and so when the Lobos took one running out of play clock, that means the TV station got to command how long we're on a break, and they are still holding a referee hostage. That's just the way it's going to be tonight.
Yep, got to wait a little bit.
Gives me some time to talk about Baylor Scott and White. Don't ignore pain or put off treatment because of new deductibles. Often ignoring pain leads to more severe problems and fewer treatment options. Walk into their Longview clinic located at Bill Owens in the Loop when something is hurting, and they will treat you quickly and effectively.
All right. Well, this is an important couple of plays coming up for the Lobos. You cannot waste this turnover and come away out of here with nothing. So sitting at the 7-yard line, you really need to get this thing at least, I would assume, around the 20 if you want to give Ayala a chance for a field goal that's realistic. I know they missed one from 41 and a half. That would be about 37. So that should be the minimum of what we're trying to get here, is at least the 20-yard line.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to be greedy. I want it all.
I saw a kid like that in Willy Wonka, and they ended up in all kinds of trouble. All right.
Caden Davis, your backup quarterback, is right here on the 30-yard line.
Cummings in the backfield. Davis, the man in motion. We gave it to him in the first half. We're going to give it to him again. He's going to try to throw the ball and decides last second. Not going to happen. Breaks 3 tackles to the 10, to the 5, and down at the 4-yard line. Electric is all you can say about Caden Davis.
This sophomore quarterback shows you how special he is with the ball in his hand. He's able to make plays,
and he
being able to ad-lib on the fly.
He was going to throw that. He had a man, but there was just someone in his face. He kept it and made 2 guys miss. This is awesome.
And to come away with a big first down there, he ad-lib on the fly. He's showing you his toughness running the ball, bouncing off tackles, almost scores his second touchdown for the night.
Showing you why. You use the word backup loosely. Your backup quarterback's got a D1 offer already. That's why, folks.
He's a good kid.
Back to the eye for the first time in a while. How about to the fullback, Cummings, powering, getting a little push from behind. He'll get to maybe the 2-yard line. They'll walk it back to the 3 for a gain of 2.
Running like a man determined, desperate, trying to get in that end zone to get this lead to a 7-point advantage. Running hard there behind his pass and behind his lineman, coming away with a positive yards gain there, and being able to run at these boys tonight. I've been very impressed with that tonight, so far.
Caden, 2 carries, 47 yards, and a touchdown on the first drive of the game. So it's 2nd down and goal. Hobbs will split out left. Nobody right. Back to the eye. Hand it off to Cummings again. He's going to get inside the 2-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal.
4-down territory for sure, if you ask me. If you're a betting man, looks like he got half of what he needs.
You've got a monster at quarterback here.
Yep, same play here, coming up fast.
Right back to the line. Right back to Cummings. Spun out of the first tackle. They're ripping at the ball, and he hangs onto it at the 1-yard line. Now you got a decision on 4th and goal.
4th and goal here. Definitely got to go for it, but we think a touchdown. Love the aggressiveness from the coach here. Got to know you've been showing fullback dive 3 straight times. What is to come up here as the ball is right outside about the 2-yard line? The middle is definitely going to be something that they're going to be looking to try to stuff here.
Big play in this game.
And we got 15 seconds left on the play clock.
Yeah,
so he's down here to get something in.
Hamilton went about halfway to see his coach for the play. Here we'll go 4th down and goal from the 1. Again, Cummings, touchdown Lobos.
1 touch there, big touchdown by 33, Keelan Cummings. Looking at 6 points off of turnovers. That was a key play by the defense to start out in that second half there. Come away with turnover. Offense goes down and marches in and gives you 7 points.
We can spread out all you want to. 1st and goal from the 5. We pounded fullback 4 straight times before he finally got in off left guard. And the Lobos take a 16-10 lead. It comes with 6:04 left to play in the third.
3 plus 3 looks like 6 to me. We'll take it.
And the point after, up and good. Let's take a break. 17-10 Lobos here on Game Day.
We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let them reach the sky. We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the sky. Hickory down. Giving them all that we got. Kick on the door. Try to knock, but nobody answered. I'm going hard and taking my chances. I keep it moving. I keep advancing. We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the sky. Let's go.
Seven plays, 23 yards after the turnover, and the Lobos pick up the lead, kind of the way they started this game with a touchdown drive on the first possession. This time a short field, and the Lobos take advantage to go up for the first time here in the second half. Kickoff time, and we're going to again go directional and Pucci. Olvera's kick to the 25-yard line. Bears trying to switch fields, and they'll get it to the 35, 6, 7, 8, and about the 40-yard line. They don't go down easy. Here comes another late flag in. And we got more yapping going on. TJ Jackson's been in the middle of a lot of this tonight. You don't want anybody getting ejected or kicked out for, little extracurriculars, but he has been very vocal today. And there was a late block and little pin down. I think that may have been Jackson, got blocked late and driven into the ground.
And they stood over him taunting as well, too. But you got to be smart about this.
Hopefully they got the first guy, not the second there, because he definitely taunted TJ.
Well, I think it was him. It may have been Jazavian Jones.
Yep, they're going to
Here
get
you
them
go,
both.
offset in here.
Yeah, we'll do that again.
My goodness, man, come on. I know you get caught up in that battle there, but you got to think about your team.
All right, well, you try to kick short to not let them take a kick back. I guess you'll say we'll give up the 40 and live with it. Bears a little late getting Nate Coleman onto the field as he comes running out. First down and 10 at the 40. Jaden Williams, the quarterback. First down, they're going back to the ground. This is Morton and nothing doing. Well, that hole got filled up in a hurry. Lawson Tubbs, first one there, and that's second down and 10 coming up.
Excellent job by your defensive lineman up front, letting 2-7 run free. And when he gets you, he has vice grips. He's not letting you go.
Yeah.
He's bringing you down to the to the ground here.
Begins this season with back-to-back 12 tackle games, and something tells me he's going to get there again tonight. He's been all over the field.
Johnson, Dolly, Williams, and Woodridge across that offensive line. Woolridge, the fourth one, second down, back to pass. Going back to that same spot we talked about it the first half, right back to that seam. It's good for a first down as they cross the 50 to the 44-yard of Longview. And that's Jalen Moore again.
Eyes on the ball, on the quarterback there. As your safety was late, kind of rolling down, took a bad angle there. The ball was just thrown there, and that was an easy pitch and catch for a first down.
So they go first to the 44-yard line and back to the ground to Morton. Trying to hide behind his blockers, and he does. Gets into the secondary, puts a great move on. Boy, he spun around Jackson. They were lucky to get him down at the 25-yard line.
Chuck, looking from my vantage point, it looks like if he would have kept going, he probably would have got a bigger gain than what he did, but we appreciate him for stopping.
Yeah, they mark him down at the 28. Still a 16-yard run and a first down. Why not again? Trying to go right and again makes a nice move, but this time is not getting away from the Lobo defenders as they hang on to him. Who's at the bottom again? Lawson Tubb.
I heard his barrel hunting season right now. Uh-oh, that look like there's a
fall. Here we go, Moore.
There you go.
And who's got his hands up? TJ Jackson again.
I think the referee was grabbing his jersey or somebody was grabbing his jersey, and he was trying to get away, but it just got ugly from there.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, I see him go straight at him.
Yeah, and the guy doing it looked like the quarterback.
Yes, it looked like the quarterback went straight at him.
Yeah, he chased him down.
So let's see
And
if
he
this
wants
one's
some,
offset.
yeah, he's looking for some more.
Yeah,
he's still going back at him, trying to get to him, and
they're starting to write things down, so someone might be ejected here.
Whitehat's physically having to pull quarterback Jaden Williams away from T.J. Jackson, who kept on walking away from him.
Yeah, it's never a good thing when after a personal foul penalty, the official pulls out a notepad and a pen.
Yeah, and Williams, we'll see if we get dual. Hopefully, this is not going to be one of those, offsetting penalty things. This was aggressive by the Sock quarterback to continue to go after T.J. Jackson. Now, I'm not saying Jackson didn't do something to instigate him.
Here we go with the call.
But he didn't pull off of it.
Yep, TJ's gone.
He's ejected.
And we're looking the other way, and
somebody else is ejected.
He was not ejected.
Couldn't hear anything that went on, but I did not see that.
I don't think the South Oak Cliff player has been ejected.
He has not.
Quarterback is still out there.
Man.
They don't have their mic set up where we can hear them. So they're going to basically call the offsetting penalties for yardage purpose, but it looks like the Lobos just lost T.J. Jackson.
And that's unfortunate for us. He's one of the smarter DBs that we have out here. So, when you need his play, you need him to be smarter than that.
James Pierce in the game. Back to the ground. Morton trying to get away. A bunch of Lobos hunt him down and tackle him at the 26-yard line. And it's going to bring up third down, and there's more yan going on.
Here we go, third down here. Looks like we got a defensive player that's kind of limping off. Need somebody to come in for him. But here we go, third and long, 3rd and 8 right here. And this is a money down. This is one of the keys, in my opinion, of the second half is being able to get these guys in 3rd and long and get them off the field, make it go to 4th down.
All right, here we go, 3rd down, right hash. Williams back to pass, looking, throwing, caught 22-yard line. Getting close to and spins his way across for the 1st down. That's extra effort. And who is that? Is that Teague on the catch?
Yes, sir. It looks like Teague.
Yep, Torrin Teague, which is why he is as well regarded as he is after contact. He picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, showing you why he is one of their best guys there. You get the ball in his hands, a little short of that 1st down. And he finds a way to be able to convert and get 1st down.
Put Lawson Tubb in the blender a little bit there.
1st down at the 17. Under 3 to play in the 3rd. Morton again with the handoff. A little hesitation step, trying to go wide, and he's going to be stepping out of bounds on the 11-yard line. Gain of 6.
I'm surprised, when he bounced out to that outside, we didn't get a holding call. It looked like KD was trying to set that edge there. The defensive lineman was so big, he just corralled him. And he just wouldn't let him be able to make the play there.
Morton coming into the game averaging 8.5 yards a carry. You can see why. He's strong and he's slippery.
Yes, love to bounce. I talked about that earlier. You got to try to keep those guys, funnel those guys inside, but also you got to be able to pursue inside too.
2nd down and 4. Nope, keeping it himself. Quarterback going right, makes a move, spins down to the 5-yard line. He'll have a 1st, and it's 1st and goal, as it was Jaden Williams keeping it that time.
I believe the first keeper from the quarterback. First keeper, but that's number 3 there. It's a Wildcat. I believe that's Teague. That was Teague that was there.
Oh, that was Teague on the carry?
That's Teague. So you got to watch Teague. He's a guy that's going to keep the ball whenever he's in that situation.
So he got it to the 5, where it's going to bring up 1st down and goal now for South Oak Cliff. And this one gets away from Teague. He's going to have to chase it down. Gets away from one defender. Here comes a second. Now this one's going way out of bounds.
You got a legal man downfield. No flags, though.
That is tough.
Boy, he saved 20 yards by getting that ball out. And being left-handed didn't help him any on that. He was in all kinds of trouble, really going to his right and had to throw it back across his body.
But guess what? He's going back to receiver right now.
Yeah. That was a nice try. Let's not do that again, I'm sure.
You've literally got the right guard standing on the S in the Dallas.
Yeah, but that was a heads-up play there by him. Bad read by the referees, not seeing the lineman downfield.
Williams coming back into the game it's a quarterback, rather. Morton to his left as he shifts him over. And we got
false start there.
Yeah, flags, and we're going backward anyway. Well, they didn't see the receiver downfield, but they're going to get him on a false start here, so they'll push him back 5 yards anyway. No, delay a game. They got him on that. Either way, it's a 5-yard penalty, and they're going backward 5.
Again, folks, share, share, share. Everyone in the state of Texas needs to be watching this if they aren't already.
Sharing is caring, Frank.
Well, I'm looking at it. There is an obscenely high number of people watching this, so as you would expect.
Oh, yeah. So you want more obscenely high?
Of course.
All right, I'm just making sure. To the 10-yard line, 2nd down and goal. Back to pass. Izzy rolling, getting chased, throwing to the corner of the, middle of the end zone, incomplete. He was under duress as Jersey was coming down on him around the 12-yard line. Now it's 3rd down and goal.
And Jersey did an excellent job there, getting to him. The split second that he did, able to make that throw a little bit shorter as the quarterback was also throwing behind his body. It's 3rd down here. You definitely don't want to give up any yards. Definitely don't want to give up a touchdown. You want to be able to settle for 3, and that'll be a victory for us for sure.
Now they had it at the 5. They're back at the 10. 3rd down. 2:05 left to play here in the 3rd. 17-10 Lobos with the lead. Williams again stepping up to his line, now backing up. Man in motion. Back to pass. Looking. Gonna run. Got nailed.
Sorry.
At about the 14-yard line. And Kristen Williams is a very large human. His 320 pounds unloaded on 170-pound Jaden Williams. It's 4th down.
Frank, me and you've been working too much together. We both screamed at the same time.
Oh, my goodness. Big time hit there. Quarterback took a big shot from Mr. Williams. And for Lobos, bend but don't break, force another field goal attempt.
This will be from just outside the 20, so about a 30-yard attempt for Cesar Olvera. He missed one to end the first half. This one kind of rolls back on the snap. They did a nice job getting that ball up, and it's good. And now we got more yan going on as Jersey's getting into it. It looks like with the holder for the Bears. That's number 40, Leo Varela, who's their 2nd kicker. Either way, it's a drive that results in a field goal. 1:18 left to play in the 3rd quarter. 17-13 to score.
We officially have ourselves a ball game, folks.
Hey, this is what we expected here. It's definitely going to be one of those games. It's going to be for 48 minutes. But these Lobos right now is up 17-13.
There's still a long way to go. But these Lobos are answering some questions tonight.
Absolutely. You got a long way to go, but you got to love the direction that we're going in. Being able to come away the 2nd drive of the game, or 2nd drive of the 2nd half, to let them drive down the field, but don't let them score. Only kick a field goal here.
And we've played a lot of games here, Keaton.
Yes.
Other than the state semifinal game with Aledo, this is the biggest crowd the Lobos have sent this far west on 20.
But this is our home away from home. Whenever we travel, we feel like this is our best place to play, as we call it, this Lobo West.
It's an 11-play drive that went 46 yards, ends with a 30-yard made field goal. So with 1:18 left in the 3rd, we mentioned the 2nd half was probably going to be a half of maybe 4 drives each. Yeah. Maybe. Longview's had it once.
And it's 1 minute left to go in this 3rd quarter.
Well, South Oak Cliff had it once and fumbled and then just pulled off that 11-play drive. This is exactly the way the Lobos wanted this 2nd half to be.
Absolutely.
We did not want to go up and down the field like last year. Quick score.
You tied your defense out at the end of the game. You wasn't able to hold on to the ball the last 3 minutes to be able to run its clock out.
I can't help but chuckle every time I watch these officials. They didn't sign up for this. You know what I mean?
Well, they also didn't sign up to throw some of these flags. I'm questioning a little bit.
I mean, they didn't sign up for TV timeouts. They're panicking what to do. It's kind of funny.
Well, they did sign up to throw flags.
Fair.
I mean, they're throwing it both ways. Yeah, come on now. The reason why I'm saying that is because, man, we're not known to be a chippy team. We're not a dirty team, but for us to come away, I seen a lot of pushing, a lot of fighting going on here. You gotta know something is going on there.
Herndon and Carter back deep inside their 20.
It's time to break one open here, a big one.
Olvera going to pound this one middle of the field. He's going to drive Herndon back to the 5-yard line. Got to get going.
That's Davis
15. There. Oh, Davis, excuse me. And he will carry defenders to the 30.
Yep, Jacaden Davis there with the kickoff return.
They flipped him in instead of Herndon that time.
Yep, gets the ball to about the 30. You know, getting that young man the ball as much as you can is not a bad idea.
No, he's touched it twice tonight. Been electric both times. Make that 3 for 3. If he cuts right there, he may still be running.
Man, he was able to break free of that and be able to get to the ball to the 30. That's a win there too.
Man, and you're going to need that young man's athleticism when we get deeper and deeper into this season.
Yes, sir.
First down 10 at the 30 now for the Lobos. And let's see.
Caden Frazier's
looks like I'm about to say 35's back there. We're going with the big tailback. Now on first down, let's give it to him right up the middle. He's going to go forward to the 37 for a pickup of 7.
Excellent run down by Frazier, your big back. Stop the clock for some reason. Not sure what's going on here. Okay, now we're running again. But
I think it may have had maybe an injured player. Pharrell Spencer came off the field. He may have been considered injured coming off, so they gave him a chance to get off the field.
But tough run there by your running back, your big bruiser. You got to know if Sox sees him coming. They got to think about hitting him again as they start wearing him down some.
We're in the same formation. Second down and 3. If it was good once, how about twice? You bet. Right again. And again, right up the middle. First down Lobos as he got to the 41-yard line.
Excellent job there. First down, 2 plays there. That comes away with the first. Looks like the clock is going to potentially run out before we snap the ball here. And
I
if
think
you're
we're headed to the fourth quarter.
We're going to probably head with this first down. We're going to start the fourth quarter with it. Yeah, it looks like Coach Sanders, they're not signaling a play in. They're going to just be content with right now, starting the fourth quarter with the first down.
All right, looks like they're going to walk to the sideline. That means we're going to take a break. 17-13 to score. We're through 3. Lobos will have it when we come back first and 10 on the 41 here on Game Day.
I'm attorney Marty Young. When you or your loved ones are involved in a catastrophic accident, hire the law firm with a proven track record.
In the last 25 years, no law firm has achieved our results in and out of the courtroom. You need and want to hire the lawyers who get proven results that insurance companies and corporations know about, that insurance and corporations are afraid of. Don't make the mistake of hiring a law firm who is not feared by the insurance industry. We truly hope you never need us, but if you do, we're here to help.
When Laura vowed to love me, in sickness and in health, she wasn't thinking about cancer. But here we are. I'm just grateful my team of experts at Texas Oncology is close by, fighting for me, so I can still start my mornings right here. Hey, I need all of this treatment I can get. I'll see y'all tonight.
We're back. Oh, wait. We do have one, Keaton.
This is a tradition. And for me, it's the beginning of my legacy.
There you go.
All right, Jim Bartlett's Fine Jewelry. Jim and his staff, they strive to provide unique and exclusive lines, including Hearts on Fire to Corey, Simon G, Spark, and even more. They're coupled with exceptional customer service. Mark Jim Bartlett Fine Jewelry, the obvious choice as your new jeweler.
That's right. Tell him Game Day sent you. And spend all your money down there. Keaton's already spent all his on a ring.
This little one of mine, she's going to definitely try to break the pockets too.
So we're headed to the fourth quarter here, and we have got a heck of a ball game brewing. Well, actually, it's already been brewed. It's here.
All right, ball's going to be at the 41 when we come out of this, again, elongated timeout. Where we are through 3 quarters, Lobos 9 first downs, 125 on the ground, 3 of 5 throwing the football for 36 yards. That's 161 of total offense. On the other side, 15 first downs for the Bears, 134 on the ground, 9 of 16 for 105 through the air. They've got the one big turnover, the fumble that set up the Lobos' 1 second half touchdown. That has been the difference so far in this game, and we'll see if the Lobos now with a first down at the 41-yard line can eat a little clock and get for the first time somebody up to a 2-score lead.
Turnovers is the name of the game. You're leading 1-0. You got to know now they've been seeing us run at us. Now you might see them try to blitz and be able to combat that run. Look for maybe a zone read option with the quarterback keeping coming off the side here. I believe we definitely have that in our pocket and definitely look forward to seeing Trey break loose of a big one.
Yeah, got to give Coach Berry his credit tonight, man. He has done what Coach Berry does.
We had one long run in this game, but it was called back on a penalty. Mason took one 77 yards or 73 yards and ended up having to bring it back. Everything else has been 2, 3, 4, 5 yards. Keep moving the chains. That's kind of the theme. First down, 41-yard line. And the Lobos will go back to the ground again. Cummings in the game, and good for a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
I believe that was actually Mason in there, 2-3.
Okay.
Mason. So it's a good thing to see him back, especially earlier in that first half. He came away with looking like an ankle injury, and now he's signaling for some signal.
Yeah.
Maybe a contact or something came out. I know he's.
We'll get instead Frazier back into the game. Caden.
And I had a feeling we'd see a little bit more of McCaden tonight than usual because we needed to be able to put a little pressure on this front. And
3 carries, 14 yards for Frazier so far. Give him another one. Right up the middle. And they'll push him up to the 45-yard line where it's going to bring up 3rd down. And they've got about 6 to go.
Full progression here. I would actually, here you go. I would kind of go with you at the same thing here. I've been going forward all night, especially the second half with great running plays. I would want to lean on my guys and be able to try to go forward as Cummins checks in for Frazier. Try to get majority of my yards here, and then we'll see where we at for 4th down.
No, you're talking crazy talk over there.
No, I'm talking Lobo talk. Coach King said we build different, so here we go.
All right, we'll start at the 45. It's Cummings in the backfield, 3rd down and 6.
Let Trey keep it.
And he's going to go back to pass. Rolling. We're looking. Got him in. Can he find him? A little bit behind Davis. We do have a flag down.
That is in a good spot for the Lobos, the secondary.
One or the other. Either A, they're going to catch the linebacker Isaiah Udom for holding on to Jaden Washington, or they're going to get Washington for blocking while that ball was in the air.
Yeah, that was looks like it might going to be on us because they're looking to Coach Ty, asking him what he wants to do.
Yeah, I think he was blocking while that ball was in the air.
I think you have to decline this. I don't know that Longview's in a position to go for it on 4th and 6 and they're 45.
No way.
Make a tough decision here.
Yeah, they're signaling 4th down.
Fast and the Furious there, declining.
So it's nothing more than an incomplete pass. And with 10:25 left, we're going to have to punt. Jordan Hobbs coming on. Back deep is Morton, who'll be back around his 20-yard line. Well, the Sock defense, when they quarter change, got a little bit of a break. And that was it. Lobos couldn't get another 1st down. And here's the snap. Hobbs' kick hangs up there. Fair catch called for, and Morton will make it at the 24-yard line.
Defense, it's time to come up with the stand. You bend but don't break. Gave up 3 points to on the last drive. Up only 4 right now. Definitely don't need to give up any type of touchdown at all here. Love to see what type of plays that we come up with here as we try to start getting some pressure on this running back.
Yeah, and the one thing we've done tonight is limit the ability for the other team to hit us with big plays. Not a whole lot of explosiveness tonight from the South Oak Cliff offense. Not that they're not capable.
1st down at the 24. Williams on 1st down, gives it to Morton. Faked going right, comes back, goes left. You just can't take him down with 1 or 2 guys. And now Carter comes out hobbling after a gain of 5.
Not what we need there by one of your starting cornerbacks coming up limping right now, needing a sub. Not sure what's going on. But yeah, you got to be able to get to that running back and be able to get him down quickly. And he's showing you why he's just too agile, not fragile. He's the tough one.
Well, and the secondary already short. T.J. Jackson now loses your best cover corner in Decaden Carter. Brings up 2nd down and 5 at the 29-yard line. 9:30 left to play in the game. Handoff Morton going right. Got a lead blocker. He'll have a first down. Taken out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
That's what he wants to do. He wants to bounce outside, get to that edge, and show you his track hawk speed. Shout out to DT at Colorado trying to get outside there. You got to keep him inside, got to keep him in, and corral, get to him with as many Lobos as you can.
Yep, this is maybe going to be the Levon Morton show for the next 9 minutes. They'll give him another shot, this time trying to go left, and runs out of another tackle, and it will take 4 or 5 Lobos to finally stop him. He ran right through the tackle of James Pierce back around the 45-yard line. Goes into Lobo territory at our 45.
You're giving this running back a lot of confidence right now. He sees a hole. He's a little winded. He's a little tired as he's getting ready to check out. Remember, last time number 23 came in the ball, he checked in and fumbled the ball.
Yep.
So let's see what's going on here.
Corday Fields is that guy who's come back into the game. The senior scored a first half touchdown, the only score they've had. But he also coughed up that fumble in the third quarter. First down pass. This is Teagle, catch it at the 50. Gets a couple blockers. Stays in bounds, picks his way across the 30-yard line, and is taken out of bounds by a couple of Lobos in the sock bench area, but that's another first down.
Guess who they try to go wake up? Their best receiver on the outside, Teague. Go to get the ball to him, let him make moves, and that's exactly what he did. Catches a quick screen and takes it up the field for about another good 20 yards there. And it's the Lobos. You bend enough. Let's go out here and make some plays now.
All right, first down after the 18-yard pitch and catch. Give it back to Fields. And not happening. He is stood up at the line. Lawson Tubb there. And who's getting up with him? Bradley Williams.
Yep, and who checks back in? Here comes their running back of the night, their star of the show, that's been able to, keep drives alive, come up with big plays after big plays. He's checking back in the game now.
Under 8 minutes left. Lobos with a 4-point lead. Second down 10. Back to pass.
16 is
got
wide
the
open.
middle of the field. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. You called it before it left his hand. Delvin Cook with a skinny post, and there was nobody home. And the Bears take the lead back.
Taking advantage of, some injuries or an injury in the secondary, a player getting ejected, taken away. You got a young backfield, young experienced backfield back there. Number 1, if number 2 goes out, somebody else, you got to get your eyes on number 1 coming back at you. Something that your safety didn't do, gives away a post for a touchdown to put this sock team on with the lead.
28-yard touchdown pass. Jaden Williams, that's his 5th of the season. Point after try on the way. Up. Good. 20-17 the score. 7:36 left to play here in the game. We'll take a timeout. You're listening and watching us here on Longview Game Day.
In Longview, we know what it means to chase greatness. We've tasted the glory of state championships, and we've pushed through the weight of adversity. For a town that's often overlooked, our pride runs deep. At Longview Eye Associates, we believe in seeing the end goal clearly, whether it's on the field, in the classroom, or in life. Because just like the Lobos, we never stop reaching for higher expectations. Longview Eye Associates, proud to care for our community, proud to support the Longview Lobos.
All right, welcome back. One more reminder before this one gets done here. Longview Eye Associates. Give them a shout. Go see them over on Judson Road. If you're having issues with your sight, tell them Game Day sent you, and they'll take good care of you.
Back-to-back drives for the Bears after the fumble. 11 plays, 48 yards for the field goal. 6 plays, 76 yards for the touchdown. Lobos got to answer now with 7:36 left to play in this one.
Here comes the pooch kick here.
Cesar Olvera bangs it away. They're going to drive over his head. Let's get that in the end zone. And it barely trickles into the end zone.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, that was almost a massive disaster. Carter eyeballed it for a minute and then went, I better go back there and make sure.
Yep.
So they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. Lobos will start there.
Look like they're going to keep us rolling here. 7.5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Game is close.
About a 7.5-minute drive. You got one of those in your pocket?
Let's see if we do. I want to see us pull it out.
Clock just started running for no reason.
Well, I'd be okay with that if we were ahead.
Yes.
You can do that if you want to. All right, well, here we go. The young Lobo quarterback's going to be asked to guide this thing down the field now. See if his offensive line can come through. Mason back in the game at tailback.
Caden Davis right here, receiver, right here on the hash mark. Goes in motion.
They'll give it to him on the sweep again. And he will go forward to the 32-yard line for a gain of 7.
Making a name for himself tonight, coming over big plays there on the jet sweep. Get positive yards there. We've been able to run inside tonight, looking to get him outside on the edge there. We did come away with the positive yard gain there of 6-7. 6-7.
6-7. We're doing that now? 3 carries, 54 yards for Davis today. 2nd down and 3. Mason with it this time. 1st down as he falls forward across the 35 to about the 37, maybe the 38-yard line.
He's mad at himself. He saw green, got tripped up a little bit there, but nonetheless, that's a 1st down to keep the chains moving as the clock is already kind of going down about a minute. We're taking a minute off the clock already.
That's all right. We'll do a minute of 1st down, and if I got that figured about right, we should be about in the end zone.
Yes, sir.
38-yard line. He picked up 5. 6 almost on that play. So 1st down at the 38 now. Money drive for the Lobos. 3 receivers to the right. Spread them out. No, Mason got blown up in the backfield, and this time it was Corday Houston, the 285-pound senior, that blew up the Lobo line. Loss of 2.
I see Trey.
Got to keep that one.
Yeah, I see him mad at himself. He probably wish he would have kept that one. Yeah, his defensive end came screaming down the edge.
Yep. Yeah, it's the read option, and you think you've got the right read, and then some guy comes free, and it makes you look like, man, I shouldn't have done that.
It's all right. No need to panic here. You did just go backwards.
2nd and 12. How about in motion Davis? Back to pass, trying to throw the slant, in and out of the hands of Herndon, who had a defender in his grill, and he couldn't hold on to it. Now it's 3rd down. That would have been a 1st down.
A lot of, I'm going to call it for what it is. A ball touches our hands. We need to come away with those plays. We need to be consistent enough in being able to corral those balls. I know it was a tough play, enough play there, but the quarterback put it inside. You got to be able to make them look good there and be able to catch those and come down with
Colin Cottingham was on the coverage that time. He just got a hand in there and managed to unlodge that thing, and now it's 3rd down and 12 with 5:29 left. Well, you say not time to panic. You're right about that, but it is time to get some yards. Williams in trouble, getting away. Not going to have a 1st down as he went down around the 42-yard line. Hamilton, I meant, not Williams. But he's far short of the 1st down. A gain that time of about 6, but they are probably another 6 yards shy of the 1st.
And here comes the punt team out there as we're not able to get a 1st down. It took 2 minutes off this clock. Got to punt it away. We still a long way to go. Got 2 timeouts left, but we need to keep them from getting 1st downs and try to run away this clock.
Lobo receivers today.
There's no one
couple of
back.
Big drops. Hobbs going to get this one sky high. Good punt. Nobody back at all. Lobo's going to let this thing bounce at the 15-yard line. It'll roll inside to about the 12. Well, that's smart by Coach Todd. That punt return is always the scariest play. You got a lead. I don't want to touch that ball and give it up. And they do the right thing of getting everybody away from it. It'll be bare ball at the 12.
Here you go, 5:10 left to go in the game. This is what we call the witching hour. This is where boys separate themselves and become men. You have you're down 3 left to go in this 4th quarter here. It's time for you to make a stand. Get your offense the ball back and let them go down there and win you this game.
And of course, we've got the TV timeout now, so we'll have a little extra time. Next week, we're back on the road again. We will. It's part of our 3 road games in 4 weeks tour. We're going to Ruston, Louisiana for our first trip over there Friday night. Then we got a bye week, and then we're going to be opening up district play at Rockwall.
A month away from home. You started out with two good feel-good games to play at home. Now you don't see that place for a month. Old Lobo Stadium, we already miss you. We can't wait to get back to you, but we need to win some games first.
Yeah, you know, this may not be a feel-good game with 5.5 or whatever left to play, but I really feel like coming into this, we did not look very good against Marshall. We saw this team play with a very good 6A in Duncanville, pull off an upset in week 1. There's a lot of nervousness coming into this game that, man, could we get blown out tonight?
Yeah,
Do we even have anything at all for these guys?
A lot of people was uncertain, you know, what type of Lobo team you was going to look or what you was going to get. But you also felt that way last year when we was coming into this game here. So you start seeing the team start getting better, start turning the wheels a little bit more, and they start progressing the right way.
And if this is our CD Lamb game where we're dropping the ball a few times when we had a chance, then you expect CD Lamb's going to show up Sunday for the Cowboys. Sure. You would expect these guys are going to have to take it upon themselves. I can't let balls hit my hands and hit the ground.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's got to be one of those things that can't happen. It won't happen for me again.
For sure. What moment is better than the moment that's right here, right now? You got to be able to step up and make those big plays, and it's time to do it. You got to look at yourself, look at your teammates, and say, I owe you to go get the job done for you and this team. We're better than this. Let's go take care of it.
Got a slippery running back, and it may come down to the secondary's ability to keep this team can convert in 3rd and medium at some point here this drive.
Yes, again, now you stuck without. You had a defensive player, your safety, get ejected earlier. That came back and cost us on the touchdown pass with the inexperience back there. Now you know this team is going to try to run it some, but also try to get cute as well too. So, but you got to be able to make those plays.
Teague's going to split out wide right. First down at the 12. Jaden Williams, first down, give it to Morton. Again, trying to run away from people and just so slippery.
Yes.
Tyson Johnson was the first guy there with him in his face, and he still picked up 2-3 yards.
Tyson was right there. He danced around him to get in front to be able to fall forward and come away with 4 yards there.
That's a crazy 4-yard gain, and I know we're like 4 yards. What's the big deal? That should not have been any yards. And
we got too many men out there on the field right now.
Lobo's trying to get guys off the field. Did they do it? Yeah, they just did. Sock back to the ground. Morton looking to go wide, looking for a lane, and finds nothing but Lobos.
Good stop.
He stood up at around the 16, maybe 17-yard line. And here's that 3rd down Frank was talking about, 3rd and medium.
That's a good stop, a good field there by your DB, being able to not let that thing bounce outside.
3rd down and 5 at the 17.
Like you talked about it coming out of the half, going to have to close some of these passing lanes and tackle.
They have loved the middle guy on the left here. See if that's where they go on 3rd and 5. Clock running. There they're looking that way. Sure enough, knocked away. What a play by Bradley. I believe that's Bradley Williams.
Back across his body, one-handed it.
That stepped back there and made a pass breakup. It was going to be very close for the first down. The receiver was down on his knees. If he had caught it,
I don't think he would.
I don't know if he was far enough for a first down anyway, but they make this now where there's no choice but to punt.
And here you go. It looks like the roles are starting to reverse. Last year, they had a chance to try to run the clock out. Talking about Longview, we wasn't able to do it. Now they give us the ball with 3+ minutes left to go and try to make a play with it.
Odds KD calls a fair catch here.
0. Carter standing at the 50.
And here goes the timeout.
And we got
here
a timeout. So Sock's going to take a timeout. Their punter, 14, is Nate Coleman. He is a receiver. I say that just because, and if I'm the special teams coach, Josh Rankin, I'm reminding my guys, this guy's a receiver. Don't turn your back on him and let him pick up that 5 yards and ruin this game.
Yes, so all signs are pointing to the Lobos having the football with good field position, field goal to tie touchdown to win on the road against the #2 team in the state, 5A Division II, in a rematch of one of the better games in the state last year. This has been everything we hoped it would be and more. We hope you guys are enjoying it at home.
Well, the more is we need a touchdown.
That part would be great.
That's the part we need is the more. We haven't gotten the more yet. It's been everything except the more.
And drive down 20 is a lot more fun after playing these kind of games.
Hey, let's see what type of snap we get off. You know, these snaps have been in air.
You're right. A couple things to look at. Maybe a low trajectory kick. KD gets his hands on it. Let's see what happens.
You know, they had trouble with snaps to start the game and kind of calm that down. The first half dozen snaps looked like it was going to be a turnover fest. They got that under control, though. All right, here's the snap. It's on the money. Boy, they got there.
It's up high.
Almost blocked it. It's way up high. It hits and takes a bear roll for about 20 yards. And the Lobos did the right job. Carter came up and tried to wave his teammates away from it because you didn't want to have it touch you accidentally, even though you lost some yardage on the bounce.
Oh, Lawson Tubb was an inch away from blocking that.
And my goodness, that ball looked like it was going to go out on the 30.
Well,
and it just took a bear bounce.
It sure did.
It bounced 20 yards back down that field.
But hey, one possession game, fourth quarter, 3:30 to go.
You have the whole offense at your arsenal here. You can run it. You're not in a situation where you have to go mayday and have to throw passes here. Just stay, you're in control right now.
And we haven't seen Herndon turn that slant and head upfield with it. I expect we got him set up for that at some point.
And only down 3.
All right, so it's 1st and 10 on the 49. Mason in the game. We're going to go straight ahead. He'll go into Bear territory for a gain of 4.
Gain of 4, positive yards. We're going to turn this clock. Both team has 2 timeouts left to go.
This is it. The Lobos are doing it on this drive, or they are not doing it.
The ball is definitely in the plus territory.
And I've seen Herndon the last few routes begging to be let loose. So let's see if they hit him with a double move at some point.
We haven't seen Jaden Washington at all today. Let's see here. 2nd down, 6. Again, Mason not going to make the 45-yard line. And again, some bodies flying out at the end of that. Beckett Cox asking for, what about that?
2-yard gain there. Brings up 3rd and 4th. 4-down territory, absolutely yes. With 2:44 left to go.
Only 2 timeouts.
3rd down, 4 for the Lobos. Got to get the 41-yard line. It's been Mason for the first two carries on this drive. He's not going to get this one. Back to pass. Hamilton, that ball caught right at the sticks.
They're going to give him the first down.
Sean Davis there. They'll catch it for the first down, his first catch of the year.
And if I'm coach, I would actually try to run another play here. I know I got first down, but I'm at 40 yards here, and we may not run it going into this 2-minute timeout. Kind of let the team. Actually, here comes Trey getting the play call with about 10 seconds left to go on the play
let's go
clock.
ahead and use it as another timeout.
I want to take this play.
Get us a quick out here.
Yeah. First down, 41-yard line. Give it to Mason again to the 38-yard line. There's the 2-minute stoppage. It comes with 1:57 to play. 2nd down is coming up in about 7.
Minute 57 left to go in this ball game. Ball is on the 39-yard line. The last 2-minute timeout of this game here. Lobos down by 3. 2 timeouts left.
Whew. 20-17 the score. Lobos jumped out first in the first quarter, 70-yard drive, and it's been a slugfest ever since then. A turnover to start the 3rd quarter allowed the Lobos to break a 10-10 tie as Keelan Cummins went in from a yard away, but it's been a 10-0 scoring advantage since then for the Bears. First a field goal from 30 yards and then a touchdown pass from 28 yards away to give them the lead. And this drive may be the last one of the night for the Lobos. They've got 2nd down and 8 coming up at the 39-yard line as we're at the 2-minute break. That's your recap. And I'm hoping the TV folks aren't controlling anything. It doesn't look like it. There's a long timeout nonetheless, though, for Longview.
Enough to get the guys.
When that clock starts ticking under a minute, Keaton, I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic. You want yours muted?
No.
Last Chuck.
I'm going to let Chuck have it when we score, though.
Whatever you do, don't put your weight on this table.
I'm not.
I had to grab Keaton.
I was about to.
About to fold it all up.
Don't do that. All right, here we go. Boys and girls, get ready at home. 2nd down and 8. If you got a weak heart, walk away for a little bit.
Come back when the Lobos win.
Back to pass. Hamilton looking deep. Got a man. Herndon takes it away from 2 defenders. Let's see, they're going to say it came to the ground when he came down. Boy, he almost took that thing away from both those defenders in the end zone. Instead, it's 3rd and 8.
Almost came away with a great catch there, but nonetheless, it brings up 3rd and down. And, you know, I'm not mad about the claw there. Almost had a chance to come down with it. Falls out right there at the end.
Cottingham just ripped it out. That is really well done by the corner. He knew that the ball was not going to be in his hands, but he ripped it out of Herndon's before Herndon could secure it and hit the ground.
Just a tad underthrown her. That's 6.
So 3rd down and 8. Now you are in 4-down territory, certainly. How much of it do you want on 3rd? They're going to go back to pass. He's got time. Dumps it off. Caught. Spinning, but not getting much. That's Graves. He'll get stopped at about the 37-yard line, and now it's 4th down.
First screen of the night goes for only a 2-yard gain there with less than 100 seconds left to go in this ball game. You got 4th down. This is the play of the night. Ball is on the 37-yard line here. You need
6.
You need 6 here.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, here you go.
This is it. You don't have enough timeouts to stop the clock and get it back. It happens right here.
Coach Sanders, what do you got? 14 on the play clock. They're bringing in new personnel. Cummings and Davis coming in. Out goes Washington and Graves. 3 on the play clock.
Here goes the
2
timeout.
on the play clock.
Timeout.
They got to call timeout. Again, they were messing around trying to get the right people in and couldn't do it in time. And they'll burn their timeout with 57 seconds left to play. But yeah, that's the right thing. You had no choice.
No choice.
You got to blow that. That timeout does you no good if you don't convert here.
Absolutely.
Or if you get hit with a 5-yard penalty for delay. You had to have that one. Lobos have 1 left.
Here we go here.
So
last time out here.
57 seconds left. This is the do or die play because you got 1 chance to stop the clock if you don't convert here. Well, I started to say, Coach Sanders, what's your 4th and 6 play?
Here we go here. You got a timeout here. I would have loved to, love to see that screen kind of give us a big yard gain here. You got Herndon in at receiver. Looks like you got Hobbs in. No, yep.
Yeah, Hobbs is out there. Herndon's out there.
I think I saw Taylor in as well.
Washington, Davis, and Keelan's in the game. All right, 4th down 6. You got to have the 31-yard line.
Here comes a timeout here.
Sock. They'll take 1.
Chest move there. Want to see how we lined up and try to combat what we think that they're gonna, or what we think we're trying to do.
All right. Now, Coach Keaton, Daniels, Sanders, you've shown them what you wanted to do on that play. Do you come out with the same look, or do you change things up now?
I'm going to change the look. I'm going to probably give me one of my backs, one of my speedster backs, maybe Graves here at the backfield. Maybe kind of give him an option, but at the same time, I would just spread them out here. Try to get a slant, get somebody inside, make somebody run an outside, make them choose what they want to do. I think right now they're not showing blitz, or they didn't show blitz on that time, so curious to see what they're going to try to do. I know they're going to try to bring some pressure up front for sure.
Same thing now. Hobbs, Herndon, Davis, Washington, and Cummings. Got a little bit of pressure coming. Oh, it's all kinds of pressure. They'll have to throw it away, and that ball's going to be knocked away, and that'll do it.
Wasn't able to sit in that pocket and look for a receiver downfield, and that's been tough for us all night. It looks like this revenge game for us to try to get our lick back on Sock is not going to come back in the favor that we want to get them to. Looks like we're going to take a tough loss here in Dallas.
They ran a stunt on the right side. They flipped the defensive end on a looping outside rush. They brought the end back inside. It gave the left side of our offensive line trouble, and Hamilton really had no chance to find anything. He was too worried about trying to avoid a sack and ended up all the way back to nearly our 40-yard line before he got a chance to throw that thing away and just could not get it to a receiver. And South Oak Cliff just needs to kneel down twice, and they're going to improve to 2-1, and the Lobos are going to drop to 2-1 on the year.
Tough call there. I couldn't tell, looking at the replay, what type of route that we had going by our receiver. Not sure what was going on there, but it looks almost like a little double move as they're going to take a knee and just run it out with only one timeout left.
Yep, there you go. Well, it was a heck of a game. If you're worried about the Lobos, and I know Longview fans don't ever like a loss, and there were some things that needed to be cleaned up, no question about that, but this was, to me, an encouraging performance on the road tonight. They showed a lot of toughness. They hung out with a very good, I know 5A team, but this is a team that is probably going to play for a state championship again at that level.
Yes.
You don't walk away upset about anything except they didn't finish the deal on this drive and get a win.
Tough, hard-fought game here. You're happy with, you take away the wins from where you can. You're truly impressed to see the guys continue to fight. They had an opportunity here to win the game. Just didn't go our favor here. But nothing, you got to hold your head up. This SOC team, they are a force to be reckoned with. We do plan on seeing them in Jerry's World in December. They're a very tough football team, and this Lobo team is showing you they was right there to put up a fight with these guys tonight.
LaVon Morton was the difference today. He just was too difficult to deal with. They had 19 first downs, Lobos 11, 169 on the ground and 30 carries for them, 154 and 34 carries for us. We were 5-11 throwing the football, just 42 yards. They were 11 of 19 for 151. They had the one big turnover, the fumble to start the third quarter, but well, we turned it into points. We could not score after that, could not drive the length of the field that one more time to finish this thing off and get the win. And instead we fall to, as I said, 2-1. Morton, 21 carries, 137 yards today. He led all players with offensive output. On the Lobos side, Jacaden Davis, a little coming out party for him with 3 carries and 54 yards, and we still got more yan going on back and forth between the teams. Yeah, they've been that way all night long. We lost TJ Jackson on what should probably have been a double disqualification, but instead we end up with just TJ getting ejected, and their quarterback got to stay in the game, even though he aggressively pursued and kept going. The official must have believed that TJ was the instigator and was the one who deserved disqualification, although, again, sure looked like it went above and beyond for the quarterback to continue chasing after him.
And hopefully that is all that we're going to lose him for. It's just, the last 2 quarters of this game, and hopefully nothing going into the next game. But that's a situation there. You have to be smart. Hopefully you learn from your mistakes here, and you just can't have those. You're too good. You're too valuable for this team here, and we need you out here on this field. You do better when you're out here with the Lobos.
Yeah, especially with Bubba hurt from the first game of the year. You can't lose guys in the secondary.
Absolutely right.
All right, 2017, the final. Lobos fall to South Oak Cliff tonight. Again, we're on the road next week. We will be in Ruston, Louisiana for game number 4 and the last of the non-district tune-up games. We'll do that. I believe 7:30 is our start time next Friday. We'll be on here a little before that. Get you ready for pregame and kickoff. Last thoughts, Keaton, what do you think?
All right, man. That's always a good day to be a Lobo. Tough outcome, not being able to be victorious. Take away a lot of positive things here. You got to love the way these Lobos fought. You got to be able to close it out when you got the lead going into the fourth quarter.
There you go.
You're tough. You build different. Let's go out there and fight like a king next time.
That's it. For Frank Sides, Keaton Daniels, I'm Chuck Zach. Thanks so much for